a serious. My hope is that it's not a really legitimate, serious pick.
Well, I don't think he'd be confirmed. So my guess is, especially after this, I mean, he's stepping down because he doesn't want that report out.
Yeah, well, I detest the person. So,
which means that the ethics committee has no jurisdiction if he's no longer a member of Congress.
Yeah.
So whether or not they still release the report, I guess remains to be seen. But that is, I think, no matter what side you're on here, we can all agree having him out and somebody else in is a positive.
He represents a red district in Florida, so here's the issue, though.
Yeah, I can't imagine a Republican won't win, but it is putting this in a very difficult position where
you're going to have months without a representative, and that doesn't help your majority. If there's votes, if there's somebody that's not there, like if there's somebody that's there's members of Congress that aren't present for votes, that could impact it. I detest Matt Gaetz, and like everybody knows where I stand, and I'm very happy with the outcome of the election. But this is one pick I'm not about.
There's decent evidence of a relationship with a 17-year-old girl. There's plenty of people in Congress, in the House, who say he shows, he's showing inappropriate material to people on the House floor. So what is that? This is a bit of a boys and girls club. What would shock somebody on the House of the floor? What is he showing them? I guess it would be my question. It wouldn't be just your traditional CD material. It might be something, I don't know. But they were scheduled to release this report on Friday. We may not see it.
And he was monumentally responsible for basically putting the House at risk with his nonsense in removing Kevin McCarthy and trying to remove Mike Johnson. He's looking to just blow up the system for no reason. I mean, he's a detestable human being, as far as I'm concerned. So
he's no longer in Congress. There's another special election that's going to be going on. Ours, as we said, to replace Elise Stefanik probably will happen right around March. I would expect. But it means we're not done with campaigning. The political commercials are not over.
It will never end.
It will never end. Today is National, are you ready? Pickle Day.
Ooh, yucky.
So, you don't like pickles?
I've come around to the ones that aren't dill pickles. I've realized that it's not pickles I detest, it's dill. So, the bread and butter, some of the other ones I've come around to.
Pickles?
Dill's disgusting.
I was about to bring in some green tomato, some pickled green tomatoes for you to try. Well, see,
that's a different story. Unless it's got dill in it.
It has dill.
Well, no dill for me.
Dill.
Like the deep fried pickles you'd get at a grocery store.
Dill, baby.
Dill, baby.
You like those? You would like those?
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
No, I can't do it. I'll tell you right now, I reached into a bag of chips I thought was sour cream and onion, and it was dill pickle chips one time.
Oh, and it made you sick.
Not a good surprise.
You are really passionate about your pickles.
You know what I do? I drink the pickle juice.
Ugh,
you do.
Ugh. Yeah.
That's what's going on. Now I understand.
They say, though,
that makes a lot of sense.
They say that's good for...
it's good to raise your blood pressure.
Yeah, if you're working out, if you're lifting and pumping.
There's a drink, too, with pickle juice, right? You add pickle juice to
whiskey.
The pickleback.
Well,
whiskey.
I don't... I usually crumble up some Lay's or Pringles and soak it in there, and then I drink the rest of it.
Very healthy. Yeah,
disgusting.
Good. That's good. Good stuff.
But baby. I love pickles.
Listen, I should talk. I like all sorts of crazy things, so maybe I'll bring in some of those. They are a little spicy because when I pickled them, so I do the refrigeration pickling where you don't have to can it. You just put it in the refrigerator. It'll stay for like 3 months. But they're all green tomatoes from my little garden, and cut up and wonderfully pickled.
My little garden
with a little.
Right?
With a little. No, I just
Mason
said that.
Jar?
No, I put them in a crock.
Oh, sorry.
And put them in the refrigerator, so that you don't have to do the whole canning process. Okay, enough of this. But today is National Pickle Day, Davey. It's your day. It is your day. A day. If it was only National Pickle Day and National New York Yankees Day, you would be flying high.
And National Elvis Day.
Yes, Davey is also a very big Elvis fan. Okay, what else? We have a bunch to get to here this morning. We'll talk to Ryan Nobles about everything going on. Ryan they were just about to call the House yesterday when we were supposed to have him, so they had to move till today, calling the House in favor of the Republicans. And we'll speak with Ryan a little later on this morning. Also, today's free money question of the day. Davey is worth how much today?
$200.
$250.
Okay.
$250.
Okay.
Oh, an agreement.
Well, today's my last day for the rest of the week.
For the rest of the week.
I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah. $250. And I'm not asking Megan if she's in for you tomorrow because she'll be like $10,000. I'm like,
she'll say $500.
Megan, what are you doing? Hope
Yeah, she likes to give it away.
We'll talk to Ryan Schmells about Senate GOP leadership elections and who will end up leading the party forward. That we'll get to coming up in just a few minutes. We have this morning another chance for you to win from Cliff's Local Market and WIBX. Today is our last day of the week to select qualifiers and hand out a $25 gift card. We will take this is online and on radio. So we'll pick a winner on radio this morning. And then online, you can sign up as well. If you've not signed up yet, for God's sakes, do. Sign up. Because you could win the $500 gas card tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's a hell of a prize.
Big game in the NFL tonight. That is the Commanders and the Eagles.
Yeah, and I hope they make a decision on the questionable status of Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert because they're both on my fantasy team, and I need to know.
Well, that would play a role, maybe. I do think that I'm leaning Eagles.
It looks like they're playing. Okay.
I'm leaning Eagles tonight.
Yeah.
On this one. I'm going Nagel tonight on this one. We'll make our picks, our NFL picks. We'll get to that as well. And as I mentioned, Hobica's free money question of the day. Rob this morning, I'm bright and early. He's up and rolling. I got a ton of messages already here this morning. Do you want to hear some?
Rob's going to criticize my criticism or our criticism?
Rob is saying Andrew is such a blank. Rob, I can't believe you'd say that.
Come on, Rob.
He said, Morning Joe started out on their show saying they've heard from their audience and they are going to cover the incoming administration fairly. I find that hard to believe. Sounds like the top brass wants them to be less hateful to Trump as the money and audience slowly dissipates.
Well, it's just kind of, it's kind of one of those head-scratcher things where it was such a good day for Trump yesterday. He had a good visit with Biden, cordial 2-hour meeting, nearly 2-hour meeting, and it was all smiles, and then it's like, oh, we're picking the scumbag for Attorney General. It's like, oh, God.
Johnson said Florida will have a representative in place by the January 3rd swearing in. I don't know how they could do that. Although he has asked the governor last night, already reached out to the governor saying, please get a special election
going
set. Gaetz is the fall guy, so Trump gets the rest of his cabinet confirmed.
I wonder if because it's, he could get it going now because, it's resignation, right? It's not because he's waiting to fill the seat to get confirmed and then resigning. At least Stefanik is likely going to
that special election
wait
could,
a little bit.
Listen, the special election could, she has to wait.
Yeah.
And she probably will wait just right up until the
confirmation process.
The confirmation. But you're right. Gaetz is out. And that means that they can set this special election for December 12th or something.
Go do your Christmas shopping and vote for someone else.
Yeah, and they'll have somebody in that. But so he says that'll be done by the confirmation or by January 3rd. What else do I have that I want to get into? I'll get there. I will. I promise. I just hit 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom.
Out the door.
I thought this was kind of. I put up we've been talking about Joe Bonamassa, who is nominated, his latest album, nominated for a Grammy, and will this be the one where he finally walks away a winner of a Grammy? And I hope it is. And when you go, I just started searching last night on all the lists, and I did a combination of all of them to give you the 10 greatest guitar players in the world for 2024.
So that are currently alive and performing.
Correct.
Gotcha.
the 10 greatest in all of the world, and I could not find. Look at the list. The list is really good. It's 10 amazing guitarists, and I couldn't find a list that didn't have Joe Bonamassa number 1. I mean, this guy has been ignored by the Grammys year after year after year, and it is criminal in my opinion. Gaetz is out. Marjorie Taylor Greene is in as Attorney General, says Mike.
Oh, my God.
Just kidding. And then I had a chance. We watched last night.
Can I just say one more thing about Gaetz here? He's the type. One of the things that Trump wants to avoid.
He looks evil, doesn't he?
He's got a weird, smarmy, sneaky look to him.
Yeah,
he's the type of guy that if Trump were to fire him, because they're probably, I mean, he runs the country like a business. He's fired people before. Gaetz is the kind of guy that would, if he got fired or had a disagreement or left that position, would be one of the ones to write a book. I get that feeling,
And he might even. He might still.
Yeah.
Okay. You completely messed with
Sorry,
that. I watched last night the Christmas letter.
Oh, you did?
Well, I bought it yesterday.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were starting to watch it during the show.
It wasn't a long movie, but I would say so. I will tell you, I think their use of Utica was not was perfect, and it was not in any way over the top. They used it like any other city would be used in a movie. I always have criticized local movies when movies get done here. It just becomes so.
Like landmark.
Forced.
Yeah.
So forced.
Yeah, right.
And, but you don't see that when there's a movie in Philly or in Miami or there's a movie in L.A. or New York. You don't see that.
Right.
But when we're doing a Utica movie, it's like, we got to get all these places in. And, by the way, this place gave us money. This place gave us money. Almost like there's a ton of, it's like an over-exaggerated product placement. Right?
Yeah.
And they did not do that in this movie. I thought it was really just done very tastefully. Now, we did not get to watch it on the big screen, but it was in film style and movie style. And
you watched it on your big screen.
I have to say, I thought we showed incredibly well. There were a lot of locals in the movie, a lot of local extras that were in the movie, and I think we showed really, really well on the big screen. As for, it's not my type of movie necessarily. It's
you don't like those Christmassy.
It's kind of a Hallmarky
rom-com,
type.
whatever.
Yeah. So, it's not going to get, we're not talking Oscar material. I'm just being honest. But it's the best movie I think that's ever been
made
that's
here.
come out of here.
Other than A Quiet Place.
You cannot compare A Quiet Place. You cannot compare the hockey movie.
Yeah, right. Slapstick.
Slapshot.
I said slapstick. Slapshot.
Slapstick, which was a funny movie. The movie that was out at Sylvan Beach, that movie was done in the 60s. You just can't compare any of these to that. But if you were to compare it to any of the local movies that have been done here, it's probably the best. And you have Chevy Chase getting top billing in this movie. Even though he's not in it all that much, he gets top billing. He's the biggest actor in the movie. I mean, you got Chevy Chase,
Randy
you got
Quaid.
Brian Doyle Murray, you got Randy Quaid in the movie. The woman.
We got Randy Quaid out of his isolation.
I got to tell you, I think Randy Quaid, if anyone deserves an Oscar, it's Randy Quaid. Yeah, right. He was, I got to say,
of course.
Randy Quaid, while he may be crazy as a hoot owl, Randy Quaid was really good in this movie. So now the big question is it worth it? Should I spend the $8 on this movie to watch it, or the $4.99 to rent it? And my answer is absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. Just to be able to see all the local stuff and all that. I say absolutely. There's also a burn warning in place. We had somebody just recently. They were
burn ban here in town, right?
all over the state. It's so
freezing
dry
too.
It is so dry, and we're going to have more dry days coming in the next few days. Look what's happening in New York City. There's a park in New York City that's been out of control, brush fire, out of control in New York City, of all places. And they continue to fight it. We just have had so little rain and rain is what I'm trying to say. I'll get through it. Anyway, so there's a burn warning in effect. A red flag warning is what they call it. So
boy. Don't
be burning. We had somebody just recently that was burning. They were cleaning off a lot. And the way to clean the lot, I saw it. The way to clean the lot was they were burning it. And they had someone doing a controlled burn.
Yeah.
And that versus chopping everything down and pulling out all the stumps and all that, they just burn it right down.
Interesting.
But the smell was all over homes and everything. It was causing a real
people were annoyed
odor problem. But you got to do what you got to do, I guess. I got to break, which is why I'm doing that. Breaking. Hold tight. We'll come right back 6:38 at WIBX.
Ever thought of adding an adjustable base to your queen bed at Mattress Express? Buy a Bed Tech adjustable base right now for $9.99 and get a $500 prepaid Visa card. You heard me right. You get half your money back in a prepaid Visa card. Shop Mattress Express.
You're already Supermom. Bouncing from work to soccer practice most nights, you've got your hands full. Luckily, AmeriQ's right here whenever you need us. Make remote deposits, pay a person, check your credit score, and more, all from the AmeriQ app. So whether you're in line at grocery pickup or sitting on the bleachers, you really can't do it all with AmeriQ. Download our app or visit AmeriQ.org to open an account. Membership eligibility is required, insured by NCUA.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Scott and Jill here from New York Sash. We'd like to congratulate the winner of our 2024 Shower for a Soldier Bath Makeover Giveaway, Mr. Edward Andrews.
Each year at New York Sash, we honor a veteran with a bath makeover giveaway, complete with a tub-to-shower conversion, a seat, and safety features to help make their life a little bit easier.
With help from our partners at Bath Planet, we're giving Edward Andrews his dream bathroom makeover for free. It's the least we can do to honor his sacrifice. Edward served in the United States Army for 21 years and was stationed on front lines all over the world. He was nominated by his wife Faith for his selfless service to our country.
Giving Edward a new bathroom is a token of our appreciation. We'd like to honor and help all who have served by offering a veteran's discount of 22% off every product all year long.
To get started on your bath remodel or for any of our products, give us a call at 624-7344 or visit NewYorkSash.com. And congratulations to Edward Andrews.
This November, Steve Pawnee Chevrolet celebrates Military Appreciation Month. For all past and present military members, we have exclusive savings for you. Get 0% financing and additional rebates on our top vehicles, like the all-new 2025 Equinox LT all-wheel drive. Drive it home with 0% financing and a $1,000 rebate. Or lease it for only $399 a month for 36 months with 10,000 miles per year. Check out our huge selection of red tag vehicles. Together, let's drive. See why it's always easy to do business at Steve Pawnee Chevrolet in Herkimer or at StevePawneeChevy.com. Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Must qualify for military discount. Finance offers require a 2010 or newer Chevrolet trade-in. 0% financing for up to 36 months on Equinox stock number 25129. Lease must have current Chevy lease and household. All taxes, fees, $1,000 down, and first payment due on delivery. Must take delivery by November 30th. See salesperson for details.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right. Let me go to Ryan Schmells because there's a lot to talk about here. Kathy, stand by. I'm going to get to you in a second, but I got to take Ryan right off the bat here. Ryan Schmells, good morning. State GOP leadership elections. Who is going to end up leading the party forward? We'll get to that. But first, I want to talk about Matt Gaetz. Shocked. I think everybody was shocked when he was nominated as Attorney General. And then you could see the shockwaves that went through the GOP. By last night, he resigned from Congress. So what
Yeah,
do you? Yeah, oof.
Insane couple of hours, right? You know, it was a historic day to begin with.
It was.
The fact that you had the two leadership elections, right?
Yep.
You had the election of John Thune, Speaker Johnson getting reelected to the speakership nomination. But then, then this news dropped about Gaetz, and next thing you know, it just blew up Capitol Hill. It was just an insane just reaction to this, and there's so many moving parts to this. Yeah. Speaker Johnson, first of all, he's hilarious because he has such a calm way of delivering things when he's at the podium, and he's delivering this massive breaking news that Gaetz apparently resigned while he's just calmly explaining this, and meanwhile you're looking around and reporters' jaws are on the floor like, wait, what did he just say?
Yeah.
So it was just we haven't seen the resignation letter yet, but it looks like he's on his way out, is what it looks like.
Well, I thought it was funny because I had just said to somebody, like, I don't know, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock yesterday, like, this is it's like I've never seen appointments like this from a president.
Yeah,
it's like the all-star of all-stars for the GOP. They're all being plucked out of Congress and put into his cabinet. No more than do I say that, and the announcement comes across that it's Gaetz. So there's no way he would ever be confirmed. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know if some House Republicans would refer to Gaetz as an all-star. He certainly is somebody who is well known, but I think he's definitely ruffled a lot of feathers within the conference.
Well, my point was, I said all-star right up at the point where then he was announced, and I'm like, okay, I spoke too soon. That was my point.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting is that Trump's been pushing this idea of using recess appointments, which would be essentially a way to get these people confirmed without having to go through the committee process or going through the confirmation process. Well, Max Miller from Ohio, a Trump loyalist, tried to primary one of the members who voted for impeachment. This is a person who said yesterday that he 1,000% thinks Gaetz should still go through the confirmation process, and he should not be a recess appointment. And yes, if he goes through the normal process, it's no guarantee he gets those 50 votes, because there were a lot of members yesterday who were very hesitant to say they'd support him right now.
I got to tell you right now, I think John Thune may have considered, John Thune being the one who was elected to Senate Majority Leader, John Thune may have been open to accommodating this recess appointment, but with Gaetz being nominated, I think that's out the window.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that Trump wanted a guarantee for these recess appointments from anybody who was going to become the next majority leader. Well, Trump certainly is going to put that loyalty to the test immediately, because the nomination of Gaetz and I think also the nomination of Hegseth are no guarantees that these two get confirmed.
I know this sounds conspiratorial, but if I could, because it all happened very quickly. So Thune gets in, and he really was not Trump's choice.
Right.
But
Trump stayed out of the...
He did stay out of it. I know that, but
he wasn't his choice.
But those who
are trying to make it seem like he was Trump's choice, but we never got Trump actually endorsing, right?
I mean, was this Trump saying, "Oh, you want to do that? Look what I'm going to do here," and he nominates Gaetz as, I don't know.
No, the conspiratorial theory maybe in me is that maybe Trump wasn't a big fan of Gaetz,
and this was his way to get him out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I've seen that conspiracy theory floated too. I mean, I've been seeing so many, and obviously I probably shouldn't get into any of them unless I have hard evidence to prove that's what's going on.
Well, we could do it here in Utica, right?
What I'm hearing,
there's a lot being floated.
What I'm hearing is this is actually Hillary Clinton, and she was going to eat. She was going to eat some babies if. Oh, whatever. Okay. I know you got to go. Ryan, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Have a great and busy day today.
Hey, you too. Thank you so much.
Right, thanks.
So a couple of the other top senators, I can't think of all of them offhand, but Tim Scott will be in charge of trying to select other Senate candidates for future elections. Tom Cotton as the
That's who everybody thought Trump wanted, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it is, but it was a bit, this is a busy day.
Tim Scott. Sorry, Rick Scott was the one.
Tim Scott.
Scott of South Carolina.
Fair enough. I got my Scotts mixed up. What else do I have? Can I throw, you're good? You have anything? You're good? Okay.
There's an out time, but you're far from it.
Police in New Hampshire arrested a man who was shooting a tree in the woods with 9 guns. He's looking at charges for reckless and disorderly conduct. Is it illegal to shoot a tree? And the tree was screaming and crying. There are people, believe me, that most of them are from California, that believe that to be true. Here's the lieutenant of the police department there explaining what. So he's shooting. Explain to me what's happening here. Is it like target practice?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably, he's probably just emptying clips out in the woods, doing a little target practice.
All right. Apparently, that is illegal in New Hampshire.
He came upon an abandoned vehicle. He heard what he believed to be gunfire, which then caused them to request the assistance of multiple other agencies until they could figure out what exactly was going on. Upon setting up the perimeter, they were also able to learn who the individual in question was. So they were able to make contact with him by phone, also using the PA system on the cruiser to call him out of the woods. He was shooting a small tree in the ground around the tree.
I hate you, tree.
Ew. Oxygen.
They just keep growing and growing and growing. I hate the trees.
If a tree gets shot in the forest and nobody but the shooters around to hear it, does it actually get shot?
I don't think so. I don't think so. A woman gave birth to a baby boy on the floor of the ticketing center of the Miami International Airport.
Oh.
Can you imagine how filthy that floor was? Well,
if it wasn't before.
It is after. Initially, first responders thought it was a miscarriage, but the baby ended up coming out fine. Here's the conversation between dispatchers and emergency responders.
Responding to door 3, pregnant female, possible miscarriage outside of door 3 departure.
If it's alive, it's alive? Okay. Hold on. Suction. Hold on.
Rescue 40, your ETA. Baby was delivered. Rescue 40.
There you go. That's what went down.
I was thinking of Dr. Frankenstein. It's alive. It's alive.
And then some guy that wasn't paying attention, didn't know what was going on, was like, what's this crowd doing over here? Abort the mission. Everybody got upset, though, when he said that.
Flight delayed.
He had no idea. There's nothing like a good abortion joke.
Yes.
That's in the 6 o'clock hour. Yeah.
Sorry, hold on. Hold on.
It hit hard. It thumped on the floor real hard. You're giving me the Scott and Kirkville rim shot. That's not good. Hello, Kathy. Good morning.
Good morning. I have to ask you, did you watch Yellowstone?
I did not as of yet. And Andrew, have you watched it?
I have not. So here's the story. I got rid of my Paramount Plus subscription at the beginning of the year. Just based on your kind of lack of recommendation, Kathy, I'm not going to renew Paramount Plus just to watch the final season sans Kevin Costner.
Oh, wow. Hopefully, maybe it might get better, but...
well, you're a couple episodes in, and it's not promising.
Are you a couple of episodes in?
I'm up to date.
Okay. How many episodes have dropped?
There's just the one from last
just the one.
Oh, so they're doing it slowly.
They do it that way, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can't binge watch it.
I'm also very excited about Trump's pick for his cabinet members. I think...
Yeah, you like it.
Oh, I love it. I think we're going to be on a roll, and I'm looking forward to the price of oil dropping, and let's drill, baby, drill.
Okay, all right.
So you like the Gaetz pick?
No, say no.
Yeah.
Not especially, but I like the other picks, especially for agriculture. I'm waiting to see what the chatter will be on the farm stations across the country.
Okay. All right. Okay,
Take
Kathy.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Have a
Kathy.
great day.
See, I've even talked to
Drill,
some of
baby,
the most
drill.
staunch Trump supporters yesterday who are not crazy about this pick.
Which pick?
The Gaetz pick.
No one is for. Listen, no Republican in their right mind likes Matt Gaetz. Sorry,
no person likes.
No person. Democrat, Republican. No father could like this guy. He's out there preying on teenagers. Give me a break. And there's evidence. There's a reason why he resigned, because he didn't want that report to come out. Because the report is extremely damning. And I would say, I don't know anybody that's like, I like. Yeah, well, apparently somebody down there, because in Florida they elected him. I don't know.
Well, yeah, he's been. Yes, that's true. He's
Right?
been elected a few times. Yeah.
So I don't know, but man, yeah, not good. How about Dave Coulier? Remember,
from
he's
Full
the
House.
sound effects guy from Full House. Davey, did you see? He has cancer.
Yeah.
And it's a tough cancer, too.
Stage 3.
Yeah,
lymphoma.
non-Hodgkin lymphoma.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Uncle, he was Joey.
on Full House.
In Ranger Joe.
He's
Ranger
the one
Joe.
with all the sound effects.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yesterday he told Hoda Kotb on the Today Show, who's retiring also.
Mm-hmm. Not for health reasons.
No,
familial reasons.
Just wants to spend time with her family, she says. And I don't know, get away from Jenna Bush. I don't know. Could be. Anyway, here he is talking about it.
It's a very aggressive type of lymphoma. It happened very quickly. The onset of this growing lymphoma in my groin area was very quick. So I said, something's not right. I have a golf ball down here. And so we biopsied it. We took it out. And they said, wish we had better news for you, but you have B-cell lymphoma. We need to get you into chemotherapy right away. Then we had another hurdle. I told my wife, Melissa, I got the news. I was home by myself. She came home 20 minutes later. And she said, have you heard anything? And I said, yeah, I have cancer. And she said, come on, quit making jokes. And I said, no, I did. And once that settled in, it was a gut punch. But there was still another hurdle. We had to find out what the staging was. And so they went into my bone marrow. We got good news that day that it hadn't spread. At that point, the curability rate went up to 90+%.
wow.
So it's very treatable.
Yeah, just saying that going and getting the bone marrow thing is sends shock waves through my hip because although they have really done amazing things today, how they're able to really work to dull the pain, and it's really not as painful as it is. You feel the pressure and you know what's going on, and it's just. But back if you had this done, I think my grandfather had it done in 1980. It was horrific. Today, the needles they use and all of that. It's just sorry to get going on this.
No,
that
right.
little line got me.
Yeah, it brings back
flashing
bad
back. Let's flash back to Cavalos quickly. Their final day is approaching.
Yes, December 28th of this year. That's their last day. It has sold. There's a lot of rumors and confirmed rumors, but none that we can officially say about who purchased the building.
That's not official yet?
It's not official
Everybody
yet.
knows.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows you bought
official.
it. Explain it. Tell everybody.
Yes, it's my new venture, and we're going to be calling it Cavalos.
It is. Oh, good.
We're going to,
Cavalos,
because we're going to bring back the cigars.
Oh, okay. Like Havana Cavalos.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's going to be Cuban food, and it's going to be very delicious.
I like that.
No, but
pasteles? Will you
of
serve?
course. Yeah.
Good.
Yep. But here's the reality is it's very sad. Many memories made at Cavalos.
It's unbelievable.
They've written a farewell letter that you can read at WIBX950.com, but their last day is Saturday, December 28th.
My guess is there'll be a lot of people who will want to go over there,
get some of the wings
and the pizza and whatever it is. Tuesday Spaghetti Day.
Yes, that's right.
Whatever, kind of, because who knows what it's going to look like after. There's no word that the new buyer
is going to do anything with it yet.
There's no word on if it's going to be a bar restaurant. It may be, what I'm hearing. That's just a rumor. You don't want me to say it?
You can say what you want.
What I'm
hearing want to
spread
a rumor
is it's going to be a whole Disney thing. What I'm hearing is
dinosaur barbecue.
That was one of the rumors in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's not dinosaur. What I am hearing, I heard it was going to be dinosaur. That this buyer outbid them because can you imagine?
Yeah,
the effect,
it'd be very different, but it would definitely take away some volume
out of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what I'm hearing is loft apartments.
Very well could be.
And maybe a few businesses, That's what I'm hearing.
We'll see. You have all the potential for that. I mean, that's a 7,000 plus square foot space. Yeah. So you could keep what used to be cigar bar and have the little shops or lease spaces for that bottom part, and then do banquets or whatever
overlooking the new park. They have a little park there.
Glorious park.
Yeah. Quickly, Mike and Skylar, I have 30 seconds, but I can take you later. What's up?
Oh, yeah, I want to just run in there too. Cavalos, that was the first place I had the everything wings. They were the best over there. Yeah. You get them other places, they're not the same.
Yeah, people want the recipes now. Maybe buy the bottles.
Oh, they should put out a recipe book.
Sauce.
Maybe. Yeah. All right, I hate to do this, Mike. I hate to do this, but I'll take you on the other side of the break if you're willing to hold. Okay.
Sure.
All right, just stand by. We'll get to you.
Don't have time for one more thing.
Lots to get to next hour, including Hobeika's free money question of the day.
You'll find no shortage of work to do in a New Holland Workmaster or Boomer compact tractor. Available now at Clinton Tractor. Get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no payments for 90 days, or choose cash back on these 24 to 55 horsepower compact and subcompact tractors. Stop into Clinton Tractor today or at clintontractor.net. Offer ends soon.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your trusted tire experts. Throughout the entire month of November, take $100 off instantly on any 4 installed Bridgestone or Firestone tires, including popular winter tires like the Firestone Winter Force and the Bridgestone Blizzak. Whether you're in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, or Herkimer, their team of professionals is ready to serve you. Schedule your appointment today online at tallmanstire.com. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Get the best tires for your vehicle at unbeatable prices guaranteed.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad Pickle is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Estelle.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
An early test of loyalty. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. Some Senate Republicans say no way to President-elect Trump's choice for Attorney General Matt Gaetz, a now former Florida House Republican.
House Speaker Mike Johnson confirmed Matt Gaetz resigned from Congress shortly after Trump tapped him to be the next Attorney General. His resignation comes days before the House Ethics Committee was set to vote on releasing a potentially damaging report about him. The committee has been investigating the now former congressman for years for allegations including sex trafficking, drug use, and accepting bribes, all of which he denies. Gaetz immediately faced some opposition from senators on both sides of the aisle, with 2 Republican Senate sources telling Fox News he will never get confirmed.
Fox's Brooks Singman. Gaetz is one of several Republicans in Congress whose seats are opening up because they've been chosen to serve by President-elect Trump. The party will now for sure control the White House, Senate, and House. Fox's Griff Jenkins.
It was clinched after the House race in Arizona was called for GOP candidate Juan Ciscomani, and it does bring that House balance of power to 218 to 208, with a handful of races still yet to be called. In the Pennsylvania Senate race, Democrat Senator Bob Casey refusing to concede to Republican Dave McCormick.
And that's now going to an automatic recount. There is life-threatening flooding in the forecast for Central America because of a late-season tropical storm that could make its way to Florida. New Jersey's in its first declared drought since 2016.
Gusty winds also enhancing fire danger over areas that are experiencing extreme drought. What will soon be Tropical Storm Sarah moving into Central America. We'll have to watch its development as the system is forecast to pop into the Gulf of Mexico this weekend. I'm Janice Dean. Fox News.
Disney reports earnings slightly higher than expected. We get the Labor Department's report on wholesale prices this morning. America's listening to Fox News.
Have you ever thought about the causes the brands that you support stand behind? Well, Pure Talk, my cell phone company, supports veterans. They've relieved $10 million in veterans' debt, donated tens of thousands of dollars monthly to prevent veteran suicide, donated $50,000 to Micro Works, and that helps provide scholarships to veterans after active duty. Dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. Do it now, you save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, America's wireless company. Police officer and K-9 handler Jacob Russell Chaffins was fatally shot while attempting to serve warrants for domestic violence offenses. And thanks to friends like you and your generosity, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation gave the Chaffins family the gift of a mortgage-free home. There's so much more to do and to say thank you to our nation's heroes and their families for their immense sacrifices, all for us. Donate $11 a month. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
College athletic conference is being sued over a transgender player.
11 female volleyball players and a coach are suing the Mountain West Conference and commissioner for allowing a transgender athlete to play on the San Jose State volleyball team. Those suing allege the conference's new transgender participation policy is an attempt to chill and suppress the free speech rights of women athletes. 5 teams have forfeited games this season in protest of competing against the biological male player. The lawsuit seeks financial damages and is asking the court to issue a ruling before the Mountain West Volleyball Tournament scheduled for November 27th through 30th. San Jose State University has not commented. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
Texas House Republican Mike McCall says mixing Ambien and alcohol is why he was briefly detained at Dulles Airport in Virginia last week, appearing intoxicated.
He explained to police he'd taken a pill to help him sleep on a flight back to Texas, but he inadvertently missed that flight. He also had an adult beverage, and McCall says that mixture left him disoriented. Police helped him phone a family member to pick him up. In a statement, McCall says he has nothing but respect and gratitude for the officers who intercepted me, and he is determined to learn from this mistake.
Fox's Jack Callahan. 4 teens in California are accused of staging a fake bear attack to cash in on insurance claims.
Investigators say the teens claimed a bear had damaged the interiors of 3 high-end cars and submitted video footage to the insurer. But investigators later determining in the video that the bear was actually a man in a bear costume. The alleged fraud costing the insurance companies losses of more than $141,000. The 4 suspects all facing charges of insurance fraud and conspiracy. Chris DeMeo, Fox News.
A plan to charge a toll to drive into the busiest part of Manhattan is being revived with a lower base price, $9 instead of the $15 that was due to take effect this summer before it being put on hold. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 7:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. Cloudy skies, 30 degrees. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by John's Mobile Home Parts and Accessories in Abriskany Falls. For all your mobile home needs, it's worth the trip. Go to johnsmobilehomeparts.com for more information. Flu season has arrived, but the spread of the virus is currently low across the area. The county with the highest number of cases is Oneida with 36. Followed by Onondaga County with 9 and Oswego and Madison counties with 2 apiece. Experts say it is important for people to take proper precautions so they can avoid getting themselves and others sick. Flu season typically runs into May, but illnesses begin to surge once the weather gets colder. The next phase of a $370 million expansion project at Turning Stone Resort Casino is underway. More than 70 tons of steel have arrived at the casino's property in Verona over the last few days. Officials say once construction is finished, Turning Stone will be the largest resort convention destination in New York State. There are no plans right now to expand gaming operations at the casino. A grand opening date for the project has not been set. The man accused of strangling a Utica elementary school principal to death in her Marcy home in August has been found competent to stand trial. Jeremy Kirch made a brief appearance in Marcytown Court last night. He's charged with Columbus School Principal Elizabeth Gerling's murder. She was found strangled to death in her Marcy home back in August. Her friends and family were in court. It was a very brief appearance. Both attorneys were at the bench with the judge, at which time the defense said he would not be requesting a hearing based on the findings of the competency exam, that Kirch is competent to stand trial. The judge set another date for 60 days from now on January 8th, but there's a chance we could see movement in the case before then. A Rome man has been arrested for having sexual contact with a female child. The investigation began in July of this year after the Oneida County Child Advocacy Center reported that a girl had been subjected to sexual contact starting in July of 2023. 35-year-old Mackenzie Mantelli allegedly subjected the female child, who was less than 17 years old, to the reported sexual contact. The Oneida County DA's office presented the case to the grand jury on November 4th. They returned 7 counts of rape, 1 count of a criminal sex act, and 1 count of endangering the welfare of a child. Mantelli was arraigned in Oneida County Court and remanded to the Oneida County Jail in lieu of $20,000 bail. And actor John Krasinski is People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive for 2024. The Office star and the man behind the A Quiet Place trilogy was revealed as the winner Tuesday night on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. The 45-year-old joked that he thinks it's going to result in him having to do more household chores, but he's willing to take the cons with the pros. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time 7:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net.
Clouds going on the increase and another cold morning, but dry weather is going to prevail over the next couple of days. Becoming mostly cloudy today, if you're not already. Upper 40s tonight, mainly cloudy. Down close to 30, colder in the North Country. Developing sunshine on Friday with highs in the low 50s. A sunny weekend, low 50s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stejik at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, it is a chilly start to the day. 30 degrees under cloudy skies at 7:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. A top media member is under the impression Daniel Jones has played his final game with the New York Giants. ESPN's Adam Schefter suggested earlier this week that his guess is Jones will not play another down for the G-men. Schefter mentioned the tone head coach Brian Daboll delivered the news that everything would be evaluated regarding quarterback. New York is last in the NFC East at 2-8. At the bye week, and they'll host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 12 at MetLife Stadium. Aaron Rodgers isn't ready to hang up the cleats just yet. The Jets starting quarterback said Wednesday he wants to play next season, despite being in the midst of one of the worst statistical seasons of his career. Rodgers is returning from Achilles surgery, has battled hamstring, knee, and ankle injuries, but is yet to miss a snap this season. The 40-year-old is under contract for the 2025 season, but the Jets would have to exercise a $35 million option bonus to bring him back. New York is tied for last in the AFC East at 3-7 and will host the Colts on Sunday. The Knicks dropped a heartbreaker after falling to the Bulls 124-123 at Madison Square Garden. The Devils are hoping to stay red hot after topping the Florida Panthers Tuesday. The Devils are facing the Panthers in a rematch tonight at Amerant Bank Arena. Jacob Markstrom, the former Comet, I believe, right, was solid between the pipes, stopping 34 of 35 shots he faced. New Jersey is leading the Metro Division with 24 points at 11-6-2. Florida sits atop the Atlantic Division with 23 points at 11-4-1. The Rangers are looking to bounce back from their recent loss after falling to the Winnipeg Jets on Tuesday. The Blue Shirts are hosting the San Jose Sharks tonight at MSG. And Week 12 of college football is in full swing. Syracuse has dropped 2 of their last 3 games. The Orange are 6-3 entering Saturday's game at 5-4 Cal. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time 7:11.
Do you know there's a new documentary spelled D-O-C-K, Umentary. A new documentary called Yacht Rock, a documentary.
Oh, really?
HBO released a trailer for it yesterday. It features commentary from Fred Armisen, Questlove of The Roots, Kenny Loggins, and a whole bunch of others. And yes, it's spelled Doc, D-O-C-K, Umentary, begins streaming on November 29th. Here's some audio of the trailer.
It rocks, but it doesn't rock too hard. The singers all seem to be saying, hey, it's going to be okay.
It's perfect sitting down dancing music.
Also known as Yacht Rock.
Steely Dan.
The Doobie Brothers.
Toto. Kenny Loggins.
Christopher Cross. Michael McDonald.
I expected to be totally forgotten by the end of the 80s.
The term yacht rock emerged from a comedy show.
All of a sudden, this new genre we made up started to get embraced by the world.
Yacht rock! Yacht rock. I always thought it was kind of flattering to be made fun of.
I began to see that it was a kind of backwards way to honor us.
Obviously, it made an impression on somebody.
When the wind's blowing in your hair and you're wearing long sleeves in the summer, it's yacht rock.
When you've got an ascot and a captain's hat.
Yeah, and it's like backyard fire pit.
Right like the wind.
Yacht rock. Anyway, and last night, quickly, the Golden Bachelorette.
Oh, God.
My wife was a big fan of this show. The finale.
She's all in on this. This is a finale already?
All in. The finale of the Golden Bachelorette was last night. Joan Vassos picked Chuck Chappell, or Chalk Chappell.
I'll give it a month.
They are committing to spend the rest of their golden years with each other. He was like schmoozy and said all the right things. I must say, I was almost always sitting there on my laptop while my wife was watching this. So I kind of was watching it out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I guess they're going to get married or something. Yeah. I didn't ever think I was going to have love again.
Oh.
And now I do. Here's audio.
I'm going to tell you that I love you every day. I promise that.
I waited till this moment to tell you that I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
I've been waiting forever to do this.
Oh my gosh.
Joan, will you marry me?
Of course I'll marry you. We're engaged.
We're engaged.
Yes, of course, yes.
2 weeks ago. Yes. Just 2 weeks ago, I was saying I love you to Luigi, the Italian or French guy, whatever it was. He was he wasn't a plumber, but he was like either Italian or French.
Oh, boy.
And one day he came up to her and he said, I'm having so much fun, but I do not love you. I do not love you. I don't love you. I have to be honest. I don't love you.
I love Lucia.
And then she's crying, and then I'm never going to find love. And then, boom, 2 weeks later, here we are. We're engaged. Yes. There you go. Hello, Mike and Skyler. I bet you were a big viewer of the Golden Bachelor.
Golden
No,
Bachelorette.
but that Yacht Rock, that actually sounds interesting. I might watch
I got to watch that, yeah. It's on HBO.
To make it to the corner of Mexico.
But
this Andrew has a trigger in his mind, in his brain, and whenever Michael McDonald comes on, he has to repeat and mimic Michael McDonald.
Yeah,
and it's actually a pretty good impression.
I'm a little loopy today, so I apologize.
He has not eaten food for the last 2 days. I'm not sure everybody knows this.
Andrew, on day 3 of a 3-day water fast.
Is on a water diet. He's only had water, and he's on his 3rd day. Tonight at 6:20. At 6:20, he's going to eat back everything he hasn't eaten in the last 3 days.
No, I've already planned it out. It's a nice, healthy Cobb salad.
Make sure you do that.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Mike, what's going on this morning?
So the long-awaited Yellowstone is returned. I've been
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. They release them weekly, so next Sunday will be the next episode.
What did you? We heard from Kathy in Rome who said she's not impressed.
The thing is, it's almost like the wrap-up season. You know, Kevin Costner is going to be gone. It was a shock.
Don't be spoiling it.
Was he?
I'm not going to say nothing.
Is he in? Is he in episode 1?
I don't want him to say nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's
Come on,
a shock.
don't ruin it.
But
all right, so he gets.
He might. But the thing is like I was doing catch up because I did watch it a while ago, but I wanted to just refresh myself before watching the next one. And it's just he's such an essential part of that show. I know. It is good. It's a great cast, great writing, but it's like he's the center of everything. So it's going to be tough. But I did not realize when I was catch up, one of the ranchers that Walker. Anyone watch the show? Which one?
Texas Ranger? I watch it. Watched it.
Ryan Bingham. He's a actually Grammy and Oscar winning songwriter, singer.
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Great song in the show, Hallelujah. Remember Crazy Heart with Jeff Bridges? He actually won the Oscar for that because he wrote that song.
Oh.
But
interesting.
What I'm looking forward to is tomorrow. Cobra Kai releases the next part of that series.
That.
That's at the end. 6 episodes. They do it like in bunches. So 6 episodes.
When I saw that was coming out, I thought of you because I know you're a big fan of that. So what I wanted to ask you, are you done? Because I have some questions for you.
Oh, one last thing. The one in a couple months. I've been waiting for this forever.
Okay.
Severance. That's returned.
Severance.
Remember they filmed in Utica, the Utica train station. One of the scenes. Because that's when Ben Stiller was in town, Christopher Walken, they were in town.
Yeah, that's right.
That's coming out January 17th.
All right, maybe I'll watch that. That might be good to watch. Problem is, this is what my wife says to me. And we never had this problem before when TV used to be TV. TV was just TV, and you went to the movies to see movies.
Yeah.
Or you rented a VHS tape and
really throwing it back.
You played it at home. Today,
Be Kind Rewind.
I don't think we're the only ones that say this. But my wife says I can't start another series. We're already too deep into. We've already got 4.
Yeah, to keep up with more
I'm
than one
trying to
stuff.
keep up with all of these. I can't add another. And we never. There's just so much to choose from. It makes it so difficult.
Yeah, and the thing is too is now because sometimes I forget when you watch it so many. So I actually have in my notes like which episodes I'm on if I stop, if I pause certain ones.
Yeah, you do have to
now
keep.
That those
I think
2 are going off the air.
I think you bring up a really good point. You should have a little notepad right by where you watch your TV, and you should take notes because you need it. You really do need it. Yeah.
But because if you remember the old days when before VCR, remember the two most watched episodes just before anything was recorded. You know what they were before things were recorded? I mean, everyone tuned in to watch it. The last episode of the season MASH or the show MASH.
Yeah,
everyone tuned in to watch that, and then Who Shot JR when that happened.
Yeah, I remember
everyone watched it.
I never watched that show, but that made me watch it. Right, everybody was wondering, but we still get that way when it comes to news. Although you're right, what happens is people go to their own news channel to be able to figure it out. But sports is still a must-see TV moment.
Absolutely.
You have those moments
live,
where and they're rare today, but they were not. When Johnny Carson used to be on the Tonight Show, the next morning you'd come on the radio. This was really before when Letterman was after the Tonight Show, and there was no one else. Everybody watched that the night before.
Yeah.
Everybody knew what you were talking about. Today, there are so many different options. We're all over the place.
You gotta wait to catch up.
Okay, I wanted to ask you, Mike.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, one more thing.
And the best thing about today, though, is like in the old days, you can miss episodes. There's no way to go back. They're gone.
Yes, that's true.
What's nice about now is you can always, you want to start a new show or you watch an old show you watched a long time ago, you can just start over and make sure you watch them all. Because they're all out there.
It is amazing how you can go back today. So, we were watching that the Christmas Letter last night. We were watching it, and I said, "Oh my God, that cul-de-sac! That's the cul-de-sac right around the corner over by our house." And my wife said, "No, it isn't. No, it isn't." I said, "I'm telling you, that's when they were constructing it. It totally is." And so we went back, and it was almost like. It was like instant replay, like the flag was thrown out onto the field. She rewound it and said, "It is really?" And I said, "Yes, that is right over there." And she said, "See those gray houses in the back?" "No, it isn't. That's like Whitesboro or somewhere."
So you were wrong.
And I was wrong. So I didn't get another challenge for the rest of the night.
You lost your timeout.
I lost my timeout, and it was terrible. Okay, I wanted to quickly ask you if you have upgraded on your iPhone, or do you have the new iPhone, and are you using the latest edition of artificial intelligence? Are you using it?
I've been catching up on shows. I've not had a chance to play around with it. Have you?
I do, yeah. You can literally have a real conversation with Siri now. It's terrible. I don't even need my wife. It's unbelievable. And she'll, set the record straight.
Do you have to turn the function on in there?
You do. You have to ask. You have to request it, and it will then add the artificial intelligence to your phone. So it's in order so it doesn't bog down the system, I guess, you got to request it. And it's right in your. If you go into your settings, you just hit yes, I want artificial intelligence, and it's a part of the phone. It's really interesting. It takes all of my emails if I'd like, and it'll summarize them. So I just take it at a glance. I'll know what's in there. But this is just the beginning. The next update will bring even more. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Okay, well, I'm going to start. I'll do it this week, and I'll report on it.
Let me know
how
it
is.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
You too.
Coming up, Hobeika's free money question of the day. We've already come to the conclusion, Davey, that we're giving away the potential. I don't want to say we're giving it away because that could be a lie. The potential for $250. Also this morning, we're taking the 7th of 8 qualifiers. There'll be one more qualifier today if you've downloaded the WIBX 950 app for free. For Cliffs Local Markets, our Free Fuel Friday.
Free Fuel Friday.
One more qualifier will come up here, and we'll do it before 8 o'clock this morning. So be ready for that. And you could get the $500 in gas tomorrow when we draw for that. So contest, free money contest, and free gas contest, both coming up before 8 o'clock.
And we also have to do our picks.
And we have to do our picks. Thanks, Davey. I got a break, though. Hold tight. We're coming right back at WIBX.
This Thanksgiving, don't let the turkey slow you down. Hi, everyone. This is Lisa from Fit Body Bootcamp. Stay active and feel great this holiday season with me and my team of personal trainers at Fit Body Bootcamp. Whether you're looking to burn off those extra mashed potatoes or start your day with energy, Fit Body Bootcamp has the classes and equipment you need. Just give us a call. You don't want to miss these end-of-the-year specials to help you finish out the year strong. Come see us at Fit Body Bootcamp, located in Whitesboro and Clinton.
Hi, everyone. If you or someone you know were diagnosed with lung cancer or mesothelioma, listen up, because you could be entitled to significant compensation. We have legal professionals standing by right now to take your call, and they'll tell you if you qualify for a cash settlement. Call 800-570-0200. That's 800-570-0200. Call now and find out how much money you could potentially get.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center, may not be available in all states.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience, great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
Hi, I'm Pete from Big Apple Music. We install remote car starters and heated seats. At Big Apple, we're experienced. 44 years doing business in the Mohawk Valley, and we've installed more remote car starters and heated seat upgrades than all the local competition combined. We hand solder all major connections for quality, and we sell only the best brand remote car starters and heated seats. Big Apple Music, Route 5 and 5A, New Hartford, 315-732-4162.
You'll find no shortage of work to do in a New Holland Workmaster or Boomer compact tractor. Available now at Clinton Tractor. Get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no payments for 90 days, or choose cash back on these 24 to 55 horsepower compact and subcompact tractors. Stop into Clinton Tractor today or at clintontractor.net. Offer ends soon.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. This holiday season, make your home shine with elegance from Adirondack Home Furniture. Wrap yourself in comfort and create warm holiday memories with family and friends on one of their beautiful sofas or sectionals handcrafted for togetherness. When it's time to eat, Adirondack Home Furniture's dining collection will be the centerpiece of your holiday feast. Celebrate a peaceful escape this year when you gift yourself an Adirondack Home Furniture bedroom transformation from the ordinary to a sanctuary of serenity and relaxation. Handcrafted perfection. Experience the magic of the season with Adirondack Home Furniture. Visit them today and let them help you create a home that's a reflection of your impeccable taste at Adirondack Home Furniture. Horatio Street in Utica at the former Riverside Mall. Browse their inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com. Happy holidays from Adirondack Home Furniture, where quality is not expensive, it's priceless.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your trusted tire experts. Throughout the entire month of November, take $100 off instantly on any 4 installed Bridgestone or Firestone tires, including popular winter tires like the Firestone Winter Force and the Bridgestone Blizzak. Whether you're in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, or Herkimer, their team of professionals is ready to serve you. Schedule your appointment today online at tallmanstire.com. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Get the best tires for your vehicle at unbeatable prices guaranteed.
This is actual footage of Bill Keeler doing a radio show on WIBX. Sadly, his career was found in a heavily wooded area. If you know the person or persons who ended the radio career of Bill Keeler, please tell them thanks on behalf of the people of Central New York.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Listen, if you have winning on your mind, I told you about the gas contest coming up from Clifford. Also, we're doing Humbucker's Free Money Question of the Day coming up. Pretty cool. And New York Sash is giving you the chance to win $25,000 in home improvement items. $25,000 with New York Sash and the Home Show, the 2025 Home Show at the Nexus Center, which will be coming up in February. Go to newyorksash.com right now and sign up. There's no purchase necessary. Windows and siding and doors and even a new bathroom. $25,000 in upgrades to your home, and all you have to do is sign up. You may get you may win the prize. Go to newyorksash.com for details. Okay, I want to talk to. This is Will Foray. Do I say his name correctly?
I don't know if it's the French. Maybe Will
he is
Foray.
the CEO of Spot Migration, which is a cybersecurity company. Will, good morning. Thanks for coming on. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
It's actually not French. It's Foret.
Foret.
But,
Okay.
It's a very common mistake.
Well, you don't know, right? You just don't know.
Foray
when you
just
look at
sounds
that.
fancy. You know,
Yeah.
people say, assume
Yeah.
it's the fancy.
Well, if you're in
pronunciation.
France, wow, I'm with the French pronunciation.
Will Foray.
Okay, so I got to tell you, I get these every day. Emails, text messages,
it's
phone
brutal.
calls.
It's
We are
awful.
being barraged. And you know, you got to be careful because you'd be just busy enough to be able to make the mistake of clicking on one of these things. Help us out. How can we differentiate between something that is real and something that is really trying to scam us?
Well, so there's a 3-word phrase that gets used, especially in text.
Okay.
That 3-word phrase is "Would you kindly?"
Would
and it's
you
not
kindly?
Really,
Okay.
yeah, it's really not common in the English language, specifically in America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm from Chicago. I'm a Chicago guy. I like to use 4-letter words.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think New Yorkers do too. But, you know, when it comes to these 3 words, most of the time you just don't hear it. And really what it is it's the bad actor or the scammer just trying to be really nice and extorting, you know, whatever money they can out of you. So they're trying to be extra kind to you.
Usually little old ladies.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm here to really say is, you know, don't trust those type of texts. And don't get me started on emails and whatnot. But when it comes specifically to texts, bad actors are trying to exploit trust. So you have to set up trust ahead of time. So
how do they get it? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you've ever heard the saying "trust but verify," I'm going to coin the term "distrust and verify."
Okay. Yeah. How are they? Can
I just say, I don't even pay my bills anymore because I don't trust anything that comes to me. So it's getting a little ugly.
Until I start to get those phone calls. So where are they getting all our numbers from? I mean, both Republican and Democrat candidate campaigns have gotten my number because I was inundated with those texts. But where are they getting our text message or our phone numbers from to send these text messages?
That's a good question, yeah.
So there's a few different places, and I can't say that this is a definitive list, but there's a few places. I think you've heard on the news and probably even talked about it. Hey, there's another company that got hacked. There's another place that got hacked, et cetera. Well, that's one place that they essentially get. So breaches of other companies are then used to breach yours, right? Or then, and so that's one of the ways. The other one is, believe it or not, the government, state and local government have sold, let's say, the driver's license list.
That's unbelievable.
If you put your phone number. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If your phone number has been on there, it's the reason why it's out there. And the reality is, you've probably used your phone number for text for some other service.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of times there's third-party services that are intermediaries to those companies, and maybe they got breached.
Now, if you were to click on a link from one of these text scams, is that enough right there to make yourself vulnerable? Do they have access to your phone, to your
It depends on the scam, really, doesn't it?
It does depend on the scam. So there's a few rules of thumb to kind of go by. Like, don't click on any links in text.
Mm-hmm.
Use the company's app or web page to go directly to that page and double check on any alerts. So to give you an example, Amazon, for example, has track.amazon.com, and you can actually track right there. Just verify first somewhere else, right? Go directly to that web page or to that app and go there. And definitely don't trust URL shorteners. So what I'm talking about is like tinyURL or bit.ly. Unless you are texting with a friend and you know that friend or that person and you've texted before, don't trust URL.
You got to be able to see that your test and sometimes they'll use the actual company in the address, but you'll find maybe something misspelled or it's got to end with that. Remember, it has to end with that.
In the email ones, you can look at the incoming email address, and it doesn't match the company or anything remotely.
Can I read you one that I got yesterday? This is just yesterday. Be informed that your package has arrived at our local storage facility. It's been kept there for over a day due to delivery hindrances. Again, sounding like clunky language that we wouldn't normally use. Attempts to deliver revealed the damage blocked visibility of your street number. Assist us by updating your address via the following link. After confirmation will ensure it's delivered within 12 hours. You what I find it's interesting about this is the hyperlink they put in the text message is not completed, and you couldn't even click on it if you wanted to. So they didn't even do it right.
You definitely don't. Yeah, you know what? This is where you go directly to the either talk directly to the bank, to the app.
Yeah.
You don't use the URL. You don't do that inside of the text message. You go outside of the text message and you go directly to that company, to that to let's say Chase.com or Amazon.com.
Right.
You do it there.
Here is, this is Greeley saying, I went to a place or business last week, a new place of business that I've never been to before. When I gave them my phone number, my name popped up. I asked, how did they get that? She said they are tied to into carriers. So they automatically are able to, your name pops up automatically.
Yeah, with caller ID and stuff now.
Yeah, it's crazy today. It's hard to keep track. All right. What, again, don't click on links. The language sometimes is clunky and doesn't seem Americanized. But here's the thing that scares me a little bit, Will. They're getting better with AI. At some point, they're going to sound just like you and me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They are. So this is where you have to set up trust beforehand, right?
Yep.
So, for example, if you're getting, like, typically if you sign up for a bank alert or shipping alerts, you'll get a text immediately confirming you signed up for, like, the alert service.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times now it's coming from a 5-digit number called a short code.
Yes.
Which is a lot harder to, kind of spoof. Keep the text history. That way and then save it in your phone.
You save that contact. Yeah.
So it's coming in that same string. I do that. That's a good idea. All right. Your company is Spot Migration. I'm assuming we can look you up online if anybody has questions.
Yep, spotmigration.com.
Okay.
And then you can phone in or you can click on a link and sign in.
You can click on a safe link.
Will not French.
Safe link.
A safe link. Will not French for it. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, too.
Right.
Bye now.
I have to say, too, that
These are good. They're some of them have gotten really good.
I recently, you have to, I think one website you have to totally do away with and not utilize anymore because you have Facebook Marketplace and all other mechanisms. You have to avoid Craigslist. It's a public service to everybody. Just don't use Craigslist anymore. I recently put up for rent for a client a property. I had 3 calls of people that have given security deposits for the property I listed, same photos, same address, considerably less rent, and people are getting security deposit and first month's payment.
And it wasn't
you.
And
they never even met the person.
Wow.
It's a random person, not my client, not myself.
I don't think
we finally lease it to the new tenant, like the actual legit tenant.
Yeah.
Somebody showed up to their door and said, I'm supposed to meet with the landlord today to sign the lease.
All scams based on your legitimate post.
Yeah, they take the photos.
Yeah.
And because it's public, right? I mean, you can take a photo from any listing website and utilize it.
I got to tell you that, and I'll give you one more. We're running late. Okay, one more thing that is not scam related, but I did want to talk about. So I have a child who's living and going to school in New York City, and we're attempting to find a new place to live. That's not easy in New York.
No, it's not.
And you're looking at a studio apartment is a minimum $3,000 a month, a minimum. But in order to get in, it's $3,000 a month. It's your first and last month, sometimes first and last month's
so that's $6,000
rent in advance. Then so now you're at $6,000. Then there's a broker's fee, which is usually about $3,500.
You have to pay that as the
lessor and the
lessee
has to pay it, and then sometimes they'll even ask for an additional security deposit on top of that. Last night or yesterday, the New York City Council just passed a new law where here this actually affects us. Just passed a new law making it illegal for the property owner or the renter to charge the broker fee to the the person renting. So now the owner of the property has to pay the broker's fee.
If
in New York City,
if there's a real estate agent involved.
There's almost always involved. Almost always involved in New York.
See, that's different.
It's hard to find a place.
It's very rare that a realtor around here.
Up here.
They can help with rentals, but a lot of the time it's just the landlord that
down
advertises.
there. Rentals are basically most of what's done.
Yeah.
So there are brokers, and they get usually a minimum of $3,000 to be able to just hook you up.
Yep.
To be able to rent a place. So the new law they just passed, I'm normally very against anything passed in New York City. This one, I think we're for. It has to.
Yay.
If they're going to use a broker, they can't require the renter to pay it. I like that. Got a break. We're going to do WIBX free money question of the day, and then a chance for you to win a $25 gas card from Cliff's Local Markets and qualify for tomorrow's $500 gas card to be given away. Are you ready for this? Davey, you're looking for caller number 1 for WIBX free money contest at $250. What call are you looking for?
8.
8th caller right now at 315-736-0186. And today, by the way, if you're looking for a great option for dinner, well, you go at the end of the lunch buffet at Tony's and do takeout. If you're looking for a great lunch and you've done all the other buffets, why not try the Italian buffet at Tony's in Washington Mills. It is so good. $15.95 a person, $9.99 for kids 5 to 10. Kids under 5 are free. And it is a full buffet, everything you can think of, every Monday through Friday, and it goes from 11 till 3. Everything from pastas to Virginia ham, pork tenderloin, chicken cacciatore, salads, a cold table with pastas and fruit and homemade desserts that are just to die for, and soup. Great soups as well. It's Tony's in Washington Mills today from 11 till 3, their Italian buffet.
I had a heart attack 27 years ago. In early March, I started having chest pain, and I knew this was not good.
I was rollerblading on the canal trail, and I hit something, and I landed on my arm. Ended up at Wynn Hospital.
I went to a regular doctor's appointment 38 weeks into my pregnancy. My blood pressure was elevated and I was 4 centimeters dilated. My doctor sent me to Wynn Hospital.
From labor and delivery to emergencies and cardiac care, Wynn Hospital has all the care you might need.
The doctor I had was great. The nurse I had was excellent. They did all the treatment right in the room. All around, it was a great experience.
All the doctors and the nurses treated me like an absolute king, and I was so glad to be at Wynn to get their absolutely first-class, fantastic treatments.
Throughout my entire stay there, through every shift change, from delivery to postpartum, everyone was amazing.
Wynn Hospital is committed to delivering exceptional care to every life we touch. We're all in for you. Hear more patient stories at mvhealthsystem.org.
Black Friday is on at Mattress Express. Take 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. Save up to $1,000 on select Purple sets, $500 on Tempur-Pedic, $400 on Sealy, and $1,350 on Puffy. Shop nowhere else.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
AmeriConnect Visa cards from AmeriQ connect you with more features, more benefits, and even greater rewards. Right now, open an AmeriConnect Visa card, and we'll connect you with the lowest intro rate possible for the first 12 months. Plus, qualifying members will earn reward points for every dollar spent. What are you waiting for? Visit AmeriQ.org to apply today. AmeriQ and you, let's connect. Membership eligibility required. Insured by NCUA.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
The Potting Shed Antiques in Whitesboro is buying silver, gold-filled, vintage costume, estate jewelry, and U.S. and Canadian coins. They've been your hometown buyer for the past 52 years. While other gold and silver buyers claim to offer the highest prices, the Potting Shed Antiques actually delivers. Let Don Hartman take a look at your individual pieces or your entire collection. The Potting Shed Antiques, open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Please call ahead for an appointment. Visit thepottingsshedsantique.com.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Did you know millions of people are getting prescription medications for weight loss, sexual health, better sleep, and more, all online? RexMD.com has made getting these medications fast and easy, with free delivery of the most popular medications right to your door. Just fill out a brief survey, and if appropriate, we'll prescribe and ship clinically proven options to help with issues like weight loss.
I've lost 45 pounds so far. It's nice to get back into clothes that I haven't been able to wear for a long time.
We can also help with insomnia.
I slept through the whole night. It made me feel very well rested and ready to go for the day.
And RexMD can improve your sexual health.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is happier. I am definitely much happier.
At RexMD.com, we've made the process fast, easy, and affordable. Visit RexMD.com right now to get started. That's REXMD.com.
This Thanksgiving, don't let the turkey slow you down. Hi, everyone. This is Lisa from Fit Body Bootcamp. Stay active and feel great this holiday season with me and my team of personal trainers at Fit Body Bootcamp. Whether you're looking to burn off those extra mashed potatoes or start your day with energy, Fit Body Bootcamp has the classes and equipment you need. Just give us a call. You don't want to miss these end-of-the-year specials to help you finish out the year strong. Come see us at Fit Body Bootcamp, located in Whitesboro and Clinton.
Hello, everyone in Central New York. This is Dave Letterman, your old TV pal. Remember me? I'm supposed to say something witty and funny here about Bill Keeler, but I've got nothing. Ever see a picture of this guy? That's a joke in itself. Anyhow, here's Keeler on WIBX.
This is kind of cool. Listening, this is Tim Reed this morning. He said, talk about serendipity. Bringing everything full circle. I saw the final episode of MASH. We were talking about that earlier.
Yes.
At Cavalos. They were doing a final episode party.
Wow.
Yeah. And now Cavalos has announced their closure at the end of the year. Crazy. Justin is in New Hartford. Good morning, Justin. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, guys. Well,
good morning. You ready to take a shot at Mike's free money question of the day?
You guys have had some real easy ones in the past 6 weeks.
We have.
A waste of money.
We have, and I got to tell you, the money has been flowing. Let's see how today is. You may know this one. Again, a lot of this is about if you're the right person for the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there are a lot of things.
Your interest.
I may be an expert at a lot of things, but know nothing about
correct
a lot more. Trust me. But if this question fits you, boom, you know it right off the bat. Let's see if this one does. Here we go. Here's your question. You have 7 seconds to answer. The film, you ready, Andrew?
Always.
Here we go. The film, The Music Box, featured this legendary duo. Go ahead.
Laurel and Hardy.
You're absolutely right.
Is it really?
It is Laurel and Hardy. Come on! That's just way too easy.
Giving it out, shouting it out.
Back to the 1930s. The Music Box. Laurel and Hardy. Nice job, Justin. All right, you're walking away with $250. Nice.
Thank you, boys.
All right. Again, another easy question for him. Perfect.
Have you has Habaika done something to you?
Yeah, we're crushing him. We are crushing him.
Really
stand by. Davey's gonna hook you up. He knew that one right away. Boom. And just like that.
Here's a quick comment unrelated to the free money question of the day. Wayne saying Mike sounds like a cross between Cheech and Chong.
Okay. All right, Wayne, that's good.
Matt in Holland Patton wants us to keep reminding people. He says, don't worry, I'll remind you every day. He does have his big event coming up. It is the photo with Santa at the Schur family farm, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. 8716 Dop Hill Road in Holland Patton. It's going to be November 30th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Free admission. So get on down there and enjoy some family Christmas fun.
All right. Let's do, if we could here, let's qualify somebody for, as long as we're dealing in a contest right now, let's qualify somebody to win the $500 gas card from Cliff's Local Markets. I'll take caller number 3 right now at 315-736-0186. You're going to play a little game. It's called Truth or Crap, and we'll make you get your way through it. We make sure that happens. And Davey, caller number 3 here, and I'll take them on the air right now to win a $25 gift card. It's a gas card from Cliff's Local Markets, and as part of Free Fuel Fridays, you could win the $500 gas card tomorrow, a 1 in 8 chance. Davey, just let me know which caller is number 3. And Andrew, you're using this one here, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just don't know which your first question is going to be.
Don't you worry. I'll let you know.
Follow along. Okay, Davey, who is it? Who are we talking about?
Gary on line 3.
Number 3. Hey, Gary, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Good. How are you?
Good. You know this contest is called Truth or Crap. I'm going to give an answer to the question, and it's up to you to determine whether it's crap or the absolute truth. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. From Cliff's Local Markets and WIBX Radio.
Here we go.
It's time for Truth or Crap. Here's your host, Andrew Dominio.
Thank you. And our contestant, Bill Keeler. And who is it?
Scary.
Gary, sorry.
Hi, Gary.
All right. You have to agree or get correct if Bill is correct.
Yeah, he knows.
Or false. You know the rules. What is the largest living species of lizard?
The largest living species is the iguana of lizard.
I'll agree.
Yeah. Boom. Really?
The Komodo dragon?
Oh.
The Komodo. Oh.
Here's a little presidential history.
Okay.
Who is the second president of the U.S.? President number 2.
President number 2, of course, was Benjamin Franklin.
No, disagree.
Yeah, he never
That's
was
correct.
president.
John Adams.
Yeah.
Correct.
John Adams.
Who is the painter of Starry Night?
Didn't we already have this one?
No, I don't think we did it.
Okay. Who is the painter of... I'm trying to find out
we're
where...
really behind, yeah.
I don't even know where you are. I'm just throwing these out of the top of my head.
Keep scrolling down.
I see now. The painter of... Who painted Starry Night? That, of course, was Michelangelo.
Nope, I disagree.
Yeah,
all right, there we go. All right, we're going to keep going down here.
This guy was shy of an ear when he was all done.
Vincent van Gogh.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so he's correctly called you out on 2.
2. You need 3 more. Here we go.
A camera inspired the original logo of what social media platform?
A camera
inspired the original logo of what social media platform?
Instagram. I'm going with Instagram.
You're
going to disagree?
Yep.
It is Instagram.
It is Instagram.
Yeah, it is Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Hard to believe. I've never been on Instagram a day in my life. Maybe a day. Okay. Come on. You got to get 2 more of these. 2 more.
All right.
Here we go.
The term Grand Prix was first used in a motor race in which country?
Grand Prix was used in France.
I agree.
That is correct.
Bing, bing, bing. All right, you have 1 more. 1 more. Here we go.
All right. What is pop short for in the term pop culture? What is pop short for in the term pop culture?
People of popularity.
I'll agree.
That is correct. Popular.
It is?
It's popular.
Popular. Okay, popular. All right, ding, ding, ding. Congratulations. You walk away a winner. You'll get a $25. Right. You're going to get a $25 gas card from Cliff's Local Market, and WIBX is part of Free Fuel Fridays. Then tomorrow morning, we're going to take all 8 qualifiers. 1 more today, by the way, through the WIBX 950 app. If you don't have it yet, download it for free to your phone and enter the contest. Tomorrow morning, we'll draw for a $500 gas card, and Gary, you're in it. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Stand by. Davey's going to hook you up. I don't know where you get this music from, but I like it.
Do you like it? Good.
Well, it works.
Keep it going.
It works. Popular, pop culture, popular
culture.
That's easy. It makes sense. I can't believe he nailed the Laurel and Hardy for $250.
I know, for the free money question.
Yeah, that's pretty darn good.
Incredible.
Pretty darn good. And he had it so quickly, I don't think he could have Googled it, to be honest.
No, definitely not.
But you never know. You never know, Andrew. You never know. Want to tell you about Steve Ponte Mazda and our man, Ricky Z. Mazda has been winning races and building award-winning vehicles for over 100 years. Right now, at Steve Ponte Mazda, you can drive a new 2024 Mazda CX-30 SE model for only $269 a month.
Wow.
That's a 36-month lease.
That's awesome.
Or you can save with 0% or 0.9% APR financing on select new 2024 Mazdas. See the dealership for details. And I got to say, we have a family member who just recently purchased the CX-90, and it is I got to tell you, I see more Mazdas on the road than I've ever seen before in our area.
There's a lot.
And as you
They're
said,
sharp vehicles.
and your mom just said,
correct.
You won't find a better place when it comes to servicing your vehicle. They really, really take care of you. And that's the philosophy of Steve Pani. It's the philosophy of Ricky Z. And they just do a tremendous job. And Rick always says, so you think you need a lower payment? Come on in. Let's make your deal on a new Mazda, where it is always easy to do business. Steve Pani Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville. All right, we're going to get into this. This continues to fester, this situation down in Herkimer County with the Humane Society. We're hearing now there are board members that are stepping down. Is it possible that they feel so passionately, I'm saying, is it possible? They feel so passionately about saving animals that they're going too far.
That's the accusation by some.
It is. So we'll get into that. Also next hour, this latest case where the teacher was strangled.
Yes.
We have an update on that case as well.
Yes, we'll be speaking with Oneida County District Attorney Scott Carville coming up in regards to that, and maybe we'll have a few other questions for him, but we'll have him next.
Evan Brown, latest on the appointments from the Trump administration, and Ryan Nobles from NBC coming up. That'll make for a very, very busy 8 o'clock hour. Got a break right now. We have news coming up straight ahead. It's next on WIBX.
This November, Steve Pani Chevrolet celebrates Military Appreciation Month. For all past and present military members, we have exclusive savings just for you. Get behind the wheel of the 2024 Silverado LT Crew Cab 4x4, a powerhouse ready for any challenge. Get 0% financing and a massive $6,250 rebate, or lease for just $449 a month for 36 months at 10,000 miles per year. Come check out our huge selection of red tag vehicles. Together, let's drive. See why it's always easy to do business at Steve Pani Chevrolet in Herkimer. Visit us today or online at stevepanichevy.com. Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Must qualify for military discount. Finance offers require a 2010 or newer Chevrolet trade-in. 48 months on Silverado, stock number 24447. Lessee must have current Chevy lease and household. All taxes, fees, $1,000 down, and first payment due on delivery. Must take delivery by November 30th. See salesperson for details.
I've been in this home for over 50 years. My grandson had Standard at his place. I wonder if I could get that. I thought it was too good to be true. I got a call. It was the vice president of Standard. Standard gave me for free over $10,000 worth of insulation. I tell all my friends, you're crazy if you don't call them. The only regret I have, I wished I had called Standard sooner.
Roger got over $10,000 of insulation for free. Give us a call at 315-859-6292 to see what you might be eligible for.
Hi, I'm Pete from Big Apple Music. We install automotive window tint, LED lighting and headlight upgrades, remote car starters, heated seats, trailer hitches, truck tonneau covers, and all types of vehicle accessories, plus sound system upgrades. Big Apple Music, with 44 years in business, we deal in quality. For window tinting, remote car starters, heated seats, and so much more, it's Big Apple Music, Routes 5 and 5A, New Hartford, 315-732-4162.
First News with Keeler in the morning on From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
It's a Republican trifecta. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. There are still 9 House races still on call, but the Fox News decision desk can now project Republicans will retain control of the House after flipping the White House and Senate. The House has one fewer Republican now. Matt Gaetz from Florida resigns after being chosen by President-elect Trump as his Attorney General nominee. He's been under investigation by the House Ethics Committee and was scheduled to vote tomorrow on whether to release its report.
Speaker Mike Johnson says when he had a conversation with Gaetz, Gaetz's reasoning was to basically give Florida Governor Ron DeSantis plenty of time to hold a special election so they don't threaten the majority in the House.
If we start the clock now, if you do the math, we may be able to fill that seat as early as January 3rd when we take the new oath of office for the new Congress. So Matt would have done us a great service by making that decision as he did on the fly. And so we're grateful for that.
But that does not mean that Gaetz has a clear path to Senate confirmation. Mixed reaction in the upper chamber where Senator Tommy Tuberville is supportive, Well, Senator Kramer calls it a long shot, and Senator Murkowski says he is not a serious candidate.
Fox's Aisha Hosni. President Biden is off to South America today for his final appearances at 2 major world summits.
The APEC summit in Lima, Peru will be President Biden's first stop on this week's long trip. It's where countries that surround the Pacific talk economics and security. Last year's APEC in San Francisco saw President Biden meet one-to-one with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. The two sides have been working to improve relations despite deep divisions on topics like Taiwan. Next week, it's the G20 summit in Brazil. Some analysts say the biggest topic of conversation will be one man not attending, President-elect Donald Trump, and the policies he might pursue. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
America's listening to Fox News.
Have you ever thought about the causes the brands that you support stand behind? Well, Pure Talk, my cell phone company, supports veterans. They've relieved $10 million in veterans' debt, donated tens of thousands of dollars monthly to prevent veteran suicide, donated $50,000 to Micro Works, and that helps provide scholarships to veterans after active duty. Dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. Do it now, you save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, America's wireless company. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation welcomed U.S. Army Specialist Brent Menard into a new mortgage-free smart home in Florida. Now, while on a road clearance mission in Afghanistan, Brent's vehicle was blown up by an improvised explosive device. Brent became a T4 paraplegic. Tunnel to Towers built him a specially adapted smart home that allows severely injured heroes like Brett to live more independently. We hope you'll donate $11 a month so this great work can continue. Just go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
The founder of the Poly Market Prediction Market, Shane Copeland, has his home raided and electronic devices seized by the FBI. The company's spokesman calls it political retribution for providing a market that correctly predicted that President-elect Trump would beat Vice President Harris. The New York Times reports it's a criminal investigation into Poly Market acting as an illegal exchange, allowing Americans to bet on the election. More than 100 people are reported now to have been sickened from McDonald's deadly E. coli outbreak.
The number of people sickened in an E. coli outbreak linked to slivered onions on McDonald's Quarter Pounders climbs to 104, with 34 hospitalized. One person died in Colorado, and 4 have developed a potentially life-threatening kidney disease complication. The CDC says 14 states reported cases between September 12th and October 21st. The agency says slivered onions were the likely source of the outbreak. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
Taylor Farms, a California-based produce grower, has recalled those onions potentially linked to the outbreak. The Cleveland Cavaliers are now the 6th NBA team to ever win 13 straight games to start a season.
They beat the Sixers in Philly 114-106 Wednesday night. The record for wins to start a season is 24 by the 2015-2016 Warriors. Victor Wembanyama hit 8 3-pointers, scored a career-high 50 as the Spurs beat the Wizards 139-130. San Antonio also announced that head coach Greg Popovich, who has missed the team's last 7 games, suffered a mild stroke on November 2nd. The NBA's all-time wins leader is expected to make a full recovery. No timetable for his return. First place on the line in the NFC East when the Commanders visit the Eagles tonight on Thursday Night Football. I'm Tim McMaster, Fox News.
And Lindsey Vonn says she's coming out of retirement to rejoin the U.S. ski team at age 40, 6 years after her last Olympics. She's won 3 Olympic medals. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time, 8:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. This update brought to you by John's Mobile Home Parts and Accessories in Riscony Falls. For all your mobile home needs, it's worth the trip. Go to johnsmobilehomeparts.com for more information. Officially freezing at 32 degrees under cloudy skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. The next phase of a $370 million expansion project at Turning Stone Resort Casino is underway. More than 70 tons of steel have arrived at the casino's property in Verona over the last few days. Officials say once construction is finished, Turning Stone will be the largest resort convention destination in New York State. There are no plans right now to expand gaming operations at the casino. A grand opening date for the project has not been set. Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti's 2025 budget and capital plan have been approved. The Board of Legislators voted Wednesday. The balanced budget totals $547,067,624 with no increase in the property tax levy. Picenti emphasized that his budget keeps the residents of Oneida County on a continued path of success. We'll speak to Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti on tomorrow morning's First News with Keeler in the Morning. Flu season has arrived, but the spread of the virus is currently low across the area. The county with the highest number of cases is Oneida with 36, followed by Onondaga County with 9 and Oswego and Madison counties with 2 apiece. Experts say it's important for people to take proper precautions so they can avoid getting themselves and others sick. Flu season typically runs into May, but illnesses begin to surge once the weather gets colder. A Rome man has been arrested for having sexual contact with a female child. The investigation began in July of this year after the Oneida County Child Advocacy Center received a report that a girl had been subjected to sexual contact starting in January of 2023. Officials say 35-year-old Mackenzie Mantelli allegedly subjected the female child, who was less than 17 years old, to the reported sexual contact. The Oneida County District Attorney's Office presented the case to the Oneida County Grand Jury on November 4th. The grand jury indicted Mantelli on 7 counts of rape, 1 count of a criminal sex act, and 1 count of endangering the welfare of a child. He was arraigned in Oneida County Court and remanded to the Oneida County Jail in lieu of $20,000 bail. And a story that many have been following. Final medical tests are in on Peanut the squirrel, the social media sensation whose seizure made headlines in the run-up to the election. Peanut was seized on October 30th after complaints that wildlife was being kept illegally at the Pine City home and animal sanctuary owner of Mark Longo. Longo insists he would have complied with laws governing when wild animals can be kept, but he says he needed more guidance from officials. Peanut bit a state worker as he was being seized, so the squirrel was euthanized and tested for rabies. Those tests came back negative. The state agency involved in the case is now reviewing policies and procedures and is investigating its response.
Is it illegal to harbor to have an animal, wild animal, as a pet?
I believe it is, yeah.
End of story. It should be
So the animal deserves to be seized and killed?
Well, he bit somebody. Now, if that was a bear, what would you do? Think about it.
Shoot it dead.
You'd kill it, right?
Yeah.
I just
poor
think
little
this,
Peanut.
Oh,
poor little
whatever. Move on from this ridiculousness.
Eco-terrorism is what it is.
Oh, please. Kill them all. They're eating into the insulation of my hot tub. I just don't like it.
You know, they have these. So we had a neighbor. We're walking the dog, and we had a neighbor that has like almost a hypersonic device in their yard, and I thought it was to avoid dogs from going to the bathroom on the lawn. But
Does it get rid of squirrels?
Yeah, it does. It
really
keeps them away.
Yeah, as seen on TV, probably.
Probably.
You think it works?
I don't know.
Probably not.
WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time 8:09.
These squirrels are, let me tell you.
They're everywhere. They're vermits.
They're not afraid of anybody.
Vermins.
I've had them walk right over my stinking feet, sitting in a chair outside,
Ew.
boom, run right over my feet.
Have you been feeding them?
I immediately killed it and tested it for rabies, so...
You killer!
I'll be considered really bad. I mean, come on. Do we really care about this story?
I do.
I know you do.
The Life
All right,
of Peanut.
Go ahead.
8:10 is your news time, and
Let's do the weather.
Your weather forecast is brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
Clouds going on the increase and another cold morning, but dry weather is going to prevail over the next couple of days. Becoming mostly cloudy today, if you're not already. Upper 40s tonight, mainly cloudy. Down close to 30, colder in the North Country. Developing sunshine on Friday with highs in the low 50s. A sunny weekend, low 50s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
32 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 8:10. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. An ESPN insider has given the indication that Daniel Jones has played his final game with the Giants. Adam Schefter suggested earlier this week that his guess is Jones will not play another down for the G-men. Schefter mentioned the tone head coach Brian Daboll delivered with the news that everything would be evaluated regarding the quarterback. New York is last in the NFC East at 2-8 at the bye week and will host the Buccaneers in Week 12 at MetLife Stadium. Aaron Rodgers not ready to hang it up just yet. The Jets starting quarterback said Wednesday he wants to play next season despite being in the midst of one of the worst statistical seasons of his career. Rodgers is returning from Achilles surgery and has battled hamstring, knee, and ankle injuries, but has yet to miss a snap this season. The 40-year-old is under contract for the 2025 season, with the Jets exercising a $35 million option bonus to bring him back. New York is tied for last in the AFC East at 3-7. They'll host the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday. The Knicks dropped a heartbreaker to the Bulls, 124-123 at Madison Square Garden. The Devils are hoping to stay red hot after topping the Florida Panthers on Tuesday. They're first in the Metro Division with 24 points at 11-6-2. AHL Comets, on the other hand, still not doing good. They've got a game Saturday against Syracuse where we hope they will have their first victory.
We're not hoping. I'll lay a bet down.
Oh,
I'm saying we're going to win Saturday night.
Okay.
Beating the Syracuse Crunch. It is our first win of the season. It'll happen at home Saturday night.
All right. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you with the optimism. I don't know if I'm willing to put a bet on it,
don't
but
put
I'm
any
with you
money on it. Don't trust
optimistically. Week 12 of the college football season in full swing. Syracuse will play Cal this Saturday afternoon, and the Syracuse Orange will host Youngstown State Saturday afternoon. They are 2-0 after narrowly losing to two teams they shouldn't lose to. And then finally, Thursday night football. Tonight has the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll get to our picks this hour. But if you're dealing with excruciating pain, I have a possible solution for you. It's Revive Softwave Therapy on Genesee Street in Utica. You know, Roger is a regular listener to the show. His wife had a torn rotator cuff, and she swears by Revive Softwave Therapy. Dr. Tim Delmedico and his team worked on her shoulder with this device, and she's a believer in Softwave. I, too, experienced the positive results of Revive Softwave Therapy, having foot and ankle inflammation and pain that went away after 6 treatments. Rob Esch of the Utica Comets, who's the president of the Comets, he is a patient of Revive Softwave Therapy, and you can see his testimonial video at reviveutica.com. This technology is an FDA-cleared, non-invasive, and drug-free treatment for chronic pain, inflammation, and all joint issues. If you're dealing with neck, back, knee, wrist, arthritis, shoulder, or other pain, give them a try. If you have neuropathy, you should give them a try as well. They've been known to help those with neuropathy get better and on the straight and narrow. Major medical facilities like the Cleveland Clinic, Mayo Clinic are using this technology at their facilities as well. So if you want to get more information, again, reviveutica.com. Keeler listeners get a discount on an initial consultation with one of their doctors, your first Softwave therapy treatment. And while there, they'll put you on a treatment and recovery plan that's right for you. 315-725-8427. 315-725-8427. I'm a believer. You may be as well. 315-725-8427. Let the healing begin with Revive Softwave Therapy, 2709 Genesee Street in Utica.
Couple things. Joe Load this morning. These sonic noise plugs, those they're sonic plugins that are supposed to get rid of critters like mice, squirrels, chipmunks. He says they don't work. I had a mouse walk right past one like it wasn't even there.
All right.
And then I said the only thing that works in getting rid of these squirrels and chipmunks, Joe said yes, a gun.
Yep. BB or other.
Says I shot a red squirrel out of the tree just yesterday.
22.
Well, listen, you can get overrun by these squirrels. And, a lot of times what happens also is you'll have neighbors who have the squirrels. All right, quickly, Jake is ready to make his picks. Hi, Jake. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Our NFL Pick'em contest tonight. You've got a big one coming up.
Andrew, are we doing all the picks now?
Let's get his picks out of the way here. Here we go.
All right, Jake. So we've got three really good games. Only 3 games this week. And we may be able to see some shakeups in the leaderboard here. Commanders, Eagles, Thursday Night Football tonight, heard right here on WIBX.
I call them the Redskins.
Okay.
I like Washington. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Steelers Ravens on Sunday.
Oh, wow. You're right. These are all tough.
Yeah.
Ravens.
You're going with Baltimore, okay?
Yeah.
And Chiefs Bills on
why'd
Monday
you
Night
say
Football.
that?
This is a toughie.
We're all in last place, Jake. You, me, and Bill, last place.
Well, we're fighting to get out of the cellar. Okay. Oh, God. I'm going to go with Buffalo.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
I'm on my picks.
Okay.
I am taking the Eagles.
Okay.
Saturday's game is what? Or it's the
Ravens
Sunday
Steelers.
game, Ravens Steelers. I will take the Ravens, and I'll take Buffalo.
All right.
That's a toughie. All right, Jake. Thank you, man.
Thanks, Jake.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
Wayne, stand by. I'm going to get to you in a second. I want to go to Evan Brown right now from Fox News Radio. The latest Trump administration appointments drawing some criticism. Evan
And some
Brown,
head scratching.
good morning. What do we know here this morning?
Good morning. So I think the biggest surprise came yesterday, and that was the announcement that he intends to nominate Matt Gaetz, the Florida congressman, as his attorney general. Mr. Gaetz is now former Congressman Matt Gaetz. He's resigned already in anticipation of officially being confirmed, although there's a lot of talk that his confirmation is not going to go well. So we don't know how this plays out, but once you read President Trump's reasons for appointing Mr. Gaetz, it does begin to make sense. You know, Mr. Trump had some problems with his previous attorneys general, namely that of his first one, Jeff Sessions, who he actually went to a real battle for with in terms of confirmation with the Senate, only to have Sessions recuse himself rather quickly once the Mueller probe began. So he's looking for someone who's not within, sort of inside the Justice Department or in that community to be a loyalist, but also clean out the entrenched bureaucracy at the Department of Justice.
So I find that very interesting. First of all, that he would resign now. For instance, Elise Stefanik won't resign probably until the 2nd or probably the 2nd of January, somewhere in there.
Right.
A lot of people believe he resigned because the ethics committee's report is about to come out, and it's a very damning report on him.
It might be. The Ethics Commission is investigating certain claims that have been made about him, something that the Department of Justice said there's really no there there. And so he, there's a lot of question about what prompted the Ethics Commission to do this, and there's a lot of talk that it's allies of the previous Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, who Gaetz led the charge against to oust as Speaker. So this may be, some of this behind the scenes intrigue and
okay, well, we will
that we're famous for. So
we will definitely find out. And there are a few others that have been some head scratchers, I believe, in terms of nominations by President Trump.
Well, Pete Hegseth, our now former colleague here at Fox, has been nominated to be Secretary of Defense. There was a lot of head scratching over this because he's not a defense industry insider. He is, however, a 20-year soldier. With the Bronze Star awarded twice, Harvard and Princeton educated, and has written extensively about problems within the military chain of command, about its bureaucracy and its wokeness. And that's certainly in line with the goals of President Trump. So I think the pick actually makes a lot of sense. It may be a tougher sell to the Senate, but if they're worn down by a Gaetz confirmation battle, then they might be more easier.
That could be the strategy on Trump's part too.
Hegseth, yeah, exactly. So who knows? Who knows for sure?
Very, very, very interesting as we watch this. It is kind of. I mean, I've never seen. I believe Mike Johnson has said enough. Please stop plucking people from Congress because you're plucking away our margin of our majority.
Yeah, well, Matt Gaetz, Michael Waltz from Florida, Elise Stefanik from your state. That's 3. And so far, the Republicans just have 218. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen with the special election up in New York. I'm sure Kathy Hochul is right on it. But here in Florida, Governor DeSantis has already said they're going to have an election short order for those 2 districts, Gaetz and Waltz's district, and have someone in place by January 3rd. And of course, Governor DeSantis gets to appoint a replacement for Marco Rubio, who has been nominated to be Secretary of State. And as a senator, the governor gets to pick that replacement. So there you go.
It is going to be very interesting. I can't imagine at least Stefanik will have any trouble. Will that inspire her to resign earlier? We were hearing probably around the 2nd of January, but if she waits that long, then the governor has 10 days to set a special election, which could be, I think, 80 days down the road. That brings us into March. But if she were to resign earlier here in November or December, that would move the process up tremendously.
Yes, it could.
Yeah.
Yes, it could. So, and of course, I think probably, I'm sure Republicans in her district are ready to go with this and try to hold on to that district. The risk, of course, politically when these things happen is that the other party, which way it's going, could flip the district.
Yeah,
but probably unlikely in hers.
She's very, very Republican. That district is quite Republican. All right, interesting stuff as always, Evan Brown. We appreciate your time.
You bet.
Have a great day. I want Wayne to pick let him get his picks in. I don't want to make him wait any longer, and then we'll break. Wayne, good morning. Very difficult week in picks this week, I got to tell you. This ain't going to be easy.
No, it's not.
Andrew, what do we have?
We have,
starting with tonight,
Commanders, Eagles.
The Eagles.
Okay.
I like that.
Wait. Are they home or away? The Commanders are home or away?
I don't know. Davey?
The game's in Washington.
I'll go with Washington.
Okay. Picking the home team.
Wayne, you keep making these changes on me last minute here. It's screwing up my box.
You'll get over it.
Steelers, Ravens.
We'll go with the Ravens.
Okay, and you have Chiefs, Bills.
No, I'm going to stick with the Chiefs.
Wow.
I got to tell you.
I'm a Bills fan. Not a hardcore Bills fan, but I'm a Bills fan. But I would ride out a winner until they lose, just like the Cleveland Cavaliers in basketball. So
no, that's not a bad philosophy. At some point, they're going to lose.
They're playing a real team now.
The only thing I can tell you is I think this could not only be – I don't think this is going to be that classic tight Bills-Chiefs game. I think the Bills are going to win significantly. I think it's going to be
the Bills
big
choke all
win.
the time when they get to Kansas City to play in them?
They do not. They do in the playoffs, but not during the regular season.
Oh, see, that's got to weigh on something there.
Something to think about. So,
should I mess with the box? No, only kidding.
All right, Wayne. Thank you, man. Have a great day.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
By the way, it's what, $200 on the line here. Whoever wins this thing,
$200.
Yeah, $200. Boy, we just got all this money flowing out of here.
Yeah, right.
It's all Micah's money.
Gone.
Just gone.
Davey and I will do our picks later because we have to break.
We'll do it in a second, Davey. Stand by.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
You'll find no shortage of work to do in a New Holland Workmaster or Boomer compact tractor. Available now at Clinton Tractor. Get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no payments for 90 days, or choose cash back on these 24 to 55 horsepower compact and subcompact tractors. Stop into Clinton Tractor today or at clintontractor.net. Offer ends soon.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
Medicare Part D open enrollment is now through December 7th. It can be confusing to compare plan coverages, premiums, and deductibles all on your own. Looking for an easier way? Go to KinneyDrugs.com for a free online tool that helps you compare plans based on your specific prescriptions. Or call 844-653-5063 to compare plans and enroll right over the phone. Ask your Kinney pharmacist or visit KinneyDrugs.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay.
Gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad Pickle is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
You don't need to go to extremes this winter finding all those blankets. Call Tri-County Heating for all your furnace repairs. Need a new furnace? Quotes are free. Tri-County Heating, your Rude Pro Partner dealer, will make you warm and comfy this winter. Check out their website at tri-countyheating.com or call them at 315-829-4100. Stay comfortable in your home and call Tri-County Heating today.
Imagine this. You're at your daughter's soccer game. She makes a shot and suddenly goes down in a lot of pain. It's her ankle. As a parent, you know the faster she gets to the right people, the sooner she'll be on her way to recovery. And treating this pain is an emergency. The orthopedic care she needs is just minutes away at Community Memorial. If it's real pain, head to our new emergency room in Hamilton. We have the shortest wait times in the area. We can get pain under control and then quickly get you into one of our world-class specialists at Community Memorial Center for Orthopedics. Whether it's a new injury or long-term joint pain, we also have orthopedic clinics on weekdays in Hamilton, Wednesdays in New Hartford, and Thursdays in Cazenovia, with walk-ins welcome. Imagine a healthcare system that's dedicated to getting you to some of the best orthopedic specialists in the area in the shortest time possible. That's Community Memorial Center for Orthopedics. Visit orthoemergency.com.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Ever thought of adding an adjustable base to your queen bed at Mattress Express? Buy a Bed Tech adjustable base right now for $9.99 and get a $500 prepaid Visa card. You heard me right. You get half your money back in a prepaid Visa card. Shop Mattress Express.
You can really get a new doctor, even though you've tried and you say nobody's accepting new patients. You can at the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. They are now accepting new patients. Dr. Zielinski was on military duty, military leave, and he's back. And now they're accepting new patients at the Falcon Clinic. Dr. Zielinski, Dr. Schmells, all at the Falcon Clinic for health, wellness, and recovery. It's the area's only premier osteopathic medical clinic. Call them today at 315-507-4751. And whatever that ails you, they really are thorough. And I highly recommend. I go there. My family goes there as well. They do a tremendous job, whether it's Dr. Zielinski or Dr. Schmells or any of the physicians under the umbrella of the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. Call today, 315-507-4751, accepting new patients right now.
This is Keeler in the Morning, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
All right, we have much to squeeze in here. Ryan Noble's coming up in a few minutes. If you have not downloaded the WIBX 950 app, I highly suggest you do it and take advantage of the Free Fuel Fridays that's going on right now. It's a
Free Fuel
contest
Friday.
where if you sign up today, you could win a $25 gas card and qualify to win tomorrow's $500 gas card. What a great time. And right now, the Valley in Ilion, you can get some really low gas prices, under $3. And in New Hartford now, I know there's a commercial that it's Marabito or Marabito. What is it?
Marabito.
No, it's Marabito.
No, it's
the argument is the commercial. They go back and forth, and I think you're right. On the close they say Marabito. But it's funny, there's a commercial actually arguing over the pronunciation of this. They're at, I think, $2.97 right now.
That's incredible.
In New Hartford, right over near Carmela's. And then there's a station down the way just a little bit, and they're getting like $3.01 or $3.02. So some low gas prices with a few gas wars going on in the area right now. All right, latest story we're going to speak with the DA on. This is...
we have
a big story and was tragic.
Yeah, we have Todd Carville on right now. He's joining us this morning to discuss the latest with the case of Jeremy Kirch, the prosecution of him allegedly strangling to death. This is a terrible story. The elementary school principal here in Utica, Elizabeth Gerling, she was found strangled to death in her home back in August, and Jeremy Kirch has underwent a competency exam to see if he is competent to stand trial.
Allegedly, weren't we talking about running around the neighborhood naked?
He was running around the neighborhood naked.
Let's go to Todd Carville, Oneida County DA. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Andrew.
So what do we know about it? It's very interesting, too, because I think anyone that kills someone has got to have something going on mentally, right? However, that is different from not being competent to stand trial. Can you talk about that?
Sure. So the 730 exam is what has been done at this point. That determines whether or not you're competent to understand the charges against you and to assist defense counsel on your behalf. And that's what was done in Marcytown Court yesterday. They gave the defense counsel an opportunity to review the findings of two doctors, and they could choose whether or not they wanted to have a hearing. They chose to waive that hearing, and he has been deemed competent by those two doctors.
Which is different than insanity, which
Correct.
That's something that would come out
That
during
could be a possible defense.
That could be a defense during trial.
Exactly. That is a defense that can be utilized to show that somebody suffered from a mental disease or defect, and therefore they couldn't form the intent to commit the crime of murder.
So at this point now, with this determination, the judge has said we'll revisit this likely in January. From the DA's office perspective, is this now the time that you may be offering a plea to the other side, or you'll just naturally want to go to trial on this, depending on what that plea is?
So the next stage for us is to present it to a grand jury for them to determine charges to get it to county court. Once it's in county court, then we'll make determinations as to whether or not a plea is appropriate and or what defenses are being brought, and whether, if it is a psychological defense, if it is a defense for mental disease or defect, then we have the opportunity to motion to the court to request that we have a doctor evaluate the individual as well.
All right. Obviously, this was a tragic case, and anytime somebody loses a life, but this was just an innocent person who was loved by so many, and it's just another tragic case in the area.
It really is.
I want to ask anything else that you have, Andrew?
Not on this case in particular.
Okay.
While we have you, I wanted to just simply ask, and I hate to kind of go down this road, but Katie Aiello wrote a letter to your office basically saying, hundreds of thousands of dollars and, spent on investigating. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that we've talked to him since she wrote the letter about.
She wrote it after it was addressed.
Yeah. Either charge me or do an explanation of some kind. Have you seen her letter, and what is your response to it?
I have seen the letter. I don't want to comment at this point with respect to that, but I have seen the letter. I can confirm that.
And then I'd like to ask, we have a listener asking here this morning about the legislator in Herkimer County recently pleaded guilty to cocaine charges. And full disclosure, this is someone who I know quite well and have been friends with. But obviously, this case was moved out of Herkimer County to a special prosecutor in Oneida County. But it looked like it was being handled by Herkimer County when he pleaded guilty. Are there additional charges still being investigated by Oneida County in this case?
So it was handled, the court of jurisdiction retains jurisdiction, but we as special prosecutors were there for all of the proceedings. So we did handle the matter in Ilion Village Court as well as German Flats.
So that guilty plea will basically solve this case with sentencing coming up in January.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
And then just maybe your take on everything that's going on in the city. I mean, Utica police are doing everything they can, but kind of your opinion or take on the youth violence that we continue to see, possible gang violence that continues.
This guy dressed up as what looked like the Grim Reaper. Your take on all of this?
The Utica Police Department is working very hard in combination with our office to try to come to a resolution for both cases to try to find the perpetrators of each of these crimes. As far as the youth violence, it's been something that I've been familiar with since Raise the Age legislation came into effect. Our worst fears are being realized. Many of the individuals that we've seen go through that program are suspects in these types of cases. So it's unfortunate. We are doing everything we can to utilize the law to our advantage, not just sitting back and complaining about it, but we're trying to make real differences, and hopefully we can bring these individuals to justice and stop the madness.
So you have there's no new information. I hate to call this, it sounds so ridiculous, calling it the Grim Reaper case. You have no additional information on that, whether or not this was a one and done. Anything other than that would scare the daylights out of people, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'll let the Utica Police Department speak on that. Clearly, like I said, we're involved in the investigation and hope that we can find the perpetrator.
All right. Crazy times.
Busy year one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is, but I knew that going into it, and I'm just still grateful for the opportunity to bring justice for Oneida County.
Just as Scott is grateful for the retirement, I'm
assuming. I'm sure he is.
All right, Todd, we appreciate it. District Attorney Todd Carville, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great day. Quick break. We'll talk to Ryan Noble. It's coming right up from NBC. Couple of things. Obviously, there's the Matt Gaetz story, the nominations that the future President-elect Donald Trump is making. Including that Gaetz nomination and then resignation. What's Ryan's take on that? And Ryan was covering this UFO hearing. And there are people in the government that are saying
they're hiding information.
We are not alone.
We're being lied to.
Very interesting. We'll speak with Ryan on that coming up in a second.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-473-9933. 800-473-9933. 800-473-9933.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your trusted tire experts. Throughout the entire month of November, take $100 off instantly on any 4 installed Bridgestone or Firestone tires, including popular winter tires like the Firestone Winter Force and the Bridgestone Blizzak. Whether you're in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, or Herkimer, their team of professionals is ready to serve you. Schedule your appointment today online at TallmansTire.com. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Get the best tires for your vehicle at unbeatable prices guaranteed.
When you don't have enough to eat, all you think about is food. That makes it hard to give your best.
Nearly impossible to feel your best.
And it makes tough decisions even tougher.
At Food Bank of Central New York, all we think about is food too, and how to get it to the people who need it most. Think you can help? Give today at foodbankcny.org.
Do you have a special needs child or an older adult in your home? The risk of them leaving the house unnoticed is real and terrifying, but you can protect your loved ones with Vivint Home Security. Right now, Vivint is offering a free doorbell camera with any new plan, plus free installation and low monthly monitoring plans. Call 800-953-6693. That's 800-953-6693. Monthly service agreement required for free installation.
Hi, I'm Pete from Big Apple Music. We install remote car starters and heated seats. At Big Apple, we're experienced. 44 years doing business in the Mohawk Valley, and we've installed more remote car starters and heated seat upgrades than all the local competition combined. We hand solder all major connections for quality, and we sell only the best brand remote car starters and heated seats. Big Apple Music, Route 5 and 5A, New Hartford, 315-732-4162.
You're already supermom. Bouncing from work to soccer practice most nights, you've got your hands full. Luckily, AmeriQ's right here whenever you need us. Make remote deposits, pay a person, check your credit score, and more, all from the AmeriQ app. So whether you're in line at grocery pickup or sitting on the bleachers, you really can't do it all with AmeriQ. Download our app or visit AmeriQ.org to open an account. Membership eligibility is required, insured by NCUA.
This Thanksgiving, don't let the turkey slow you down. Hi, everyone. This is Lisa from Fit Body Boot Camp. Stay active and feel great this holiday season with me and my team of personal trainers at Fit Body Boot Camp. Whether you're looking to burn off those extra mashed potatoes or start your day with energy, Fit Body Boot Camp has the classes and equipment you need. Just give us a call. You don't want to miss these end-of-the-year specials to help you finish out the year strong. Come see us at Fit Body Boot Camp, located in Waitsboro and Clinton.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad Pickle is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Hey, it's the final weeks of the All Seasons Outfitters Closing for Retirement sale going on right now. Save up to 75%. Everything must go. Every department is on sale, and everything must go. Winter wear, hunting and fishing, camping, workwear, hiking and footwear, fixtures, and even the office equipment. Everything has to go. The store is closing for retirement. That is what it's called. The store is closing for retirement sale at All Seasons Outfitters. Save up to 75% today. All sales are final. Get details at their website, allseasonsoutfitter.com, or on Facebook. Up to 75% off everything. And the official coffee of this radio program, Daylight Donuts. They have a chicken salad that's homemade that is delicious. Also, the snowflake rolls. You got to order them and have them ready for Thanksgiving, for your Thanksgiving dinner. You can order by the dozen. We have them every year, Easter, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. Love them. They are so good. And the most amazing coffee. It's a speedy drive-through. Daylight Donuts in New Hartford.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, bringing Ryan Nobles in here from NBC. Ryan, good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Bill. Good morning. Sorry, I missed you yesterday.
Well,
you were a busy man.
You had a lot going on.
Yeah,
you were counseling Matt Gaetz, and I know you were busy. Busy.
There's nothing going on in D.C. at all.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because, I'll meet up there. Sorry, I'm just talking to my colleague.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of colleagues on our team who weren't here the last time we did all this. Covering a Donald Trump administration, and yesterday was a good baptism by fire as to what it's like. It honestly felt like we were back in 2017 all over again. Like, blink your eyes and it's all back. So if there's any indication that it was going to be different this time around, those illusions are now gone for good. We know what we're getting into here.
Yes. I have a couple of funny comments. I think funny. Matt Gaetz might have been, this is Mike, might have been a good choice since I think he's going to become very knowledgeable about law enforcement. That's really how we see it up here. But we just talked to a reporter from Miami, and they seem to think that he's going to be okay. There's a lot of nothing there. What are you hearing, Ryan?
Well, I think that if there was enough evidence to convict him, I think that the Justice Department would have gone forward with an indictment. I think there is a lot of smoke. I think there is a lot of questionable ethical behavior that the congressman has engaged in over the course of his life. Whether or not those are prosecutable offenses, I think is not a decision that I would ever have to make because I'm not a lawyer or a prosecutor. But I do think it raises serious questions, which I think everyone up here has right now, about whether or not he's responsible enough to take on the role of the most important law enforcement officer in the country.
Yeah.
And that's in the separate, whether or not he would be convicted of a crime, which is, the fact that you would even kind of entertain the idea of an attorney general candidate being even in the sphere of something where you could discuss that person being indicted and convicted of a crime. The bigger issue, I think, just kind of on a fundamental level, is that he just doesn't have any experience doing this.
Yeah.
He has a law degree, but he's never really practiced law on any kind of measurable level. He's never been a prosecutor. He's never been a judge. He's never been an investigator. All the criteria and functions that normally you would attribute to someone taking on a responsibility as big as Attorney General. Basically, the number one attribute and skill that Matt Gaetz has is that he is a forceful and eloquent defender of Donald Trump. And that appears to be, when you look at the way that this cabinet is coming together, appears to be the number one characteristic that the president-elect is looking for.
It is interesting how everybody sees, where you are politically, you may see things completely in a different way. I have a Democratic friend who just sent in this. We are 3 seconds away from the My Pillow guy becoming Surgeon General. So they see things much differently.
That person might be joking, but that's not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, that is the type of person and character that we see Trump appointing to a lot of these jobs. These really massively important jobs. And so, I don't think that's that far off the mark.
Let's hope it is. Let's hope. All right. I did want to ask you about I know you've been covering this UFO hearing. And, am I hearing this correctly? We have people in the government saying there's information we're keeping from you. We know there is intelligent life out there.
So that was a claim that was made during the hearing yesterday. And these are all people that are ex-military or ex-government officials or people that were connected to it in some form or fashion. There's no current or existing government official that would confirm that on any level. And, I think that there's a lot. It's not so much that there's definitive proof that the government is covering it up, but I think I think the biggest thing, at least my biggest takeaway from the hearing, if you kind of get past the kind of the sensational part of it, is that there seems to be a lack of curiosity, or a lack of at least transparent curiosity by government officials when it comes to these kind of unexplained instances that you see from a lot of these different accounts from Navy pilots and from people that are checking radar, and they see something happen and they want to know what happened. And, they're either in a situation where they are told not to worry about it, or their questions are just not answered, and it's not taken to the next level. And that makes them think that because there's a roadblock there, that means on the other side of that roadblock is Area 51, if that makes sense.
Right.
And so, and I think that there's a lot of validity to their concerns. And the kind of the point that one of the witnesses made yesterday was like, the American people can handle this. The world can handle this. Like, it's better that we know what's going on than what we don't know, because it does appear that there's more to this than what we as a general public know, but that's not necessarily definitive proof that aliens exist. It's just that there's a lot we don't understand and don't know, and everybody should be made part of that process.
It is. I mean, can we handle it? Really?
We've been preparing ourselves for years for this. So
have we, though? Really?
Well, I think, I think the concern, Bill, from the government's perspective, and I don't agree with this. I'm all for transparency all the time. Is that we live in a world of conspiracy theories right now, and if you just start, if you start putting out bits and drabs of information, of which you can't explain, that's going to allow conspiracy theories to run wild. And so, I think that the universe is vast, and there is so much of it that we don't know and aren't connected to and don't understand. And so if you just come out and say, yes, this is the thing that happened, and we don't know why this happened, then you open the door to people running with it. And then maybe that's why people can't handle it, if that makes sense.
Well, listen, I mean, we might be, it's possible that the intelligent life we've been wondering about all along is finally here, and it's Chat GPT, right? I mean, it's unbelievable what you can get from artificial intelligence right now. Right.
Well, yeah, or something. I mean, we've all watched the Alien movies. We've all seen our imaginations have all run wild as to what the possibilities are.
Yeah.
And it is a vast universe that we just don't have a lot of answers to. And so, yeah, it makes a lot of sense that people are questioning it. But I think that we're probably a long way away from knowing definitively what's out there.
I want to show you on the speed of this artificial intelligence. I just typed in, and I've not hit return yet, 30 words to describe NBC's Ryan Nobles.
Oh, boy.
Oh, great.
All right. Now, I want you to time me over here. I want you. You never know. You never know. This is artificial intelligence. I want you to time me. Ready, set. I'm going to hit return. Ready?
Hold on.
Here we go.
Ready, set, go. Okay. And it is writing. Ryan Nobles, NBC's accomplished journalist, is known for his insightful political reporting, sharp interviewing skills, and balanced coverage. He's reliable, dynamic, well-connected, and respected for his engaging, accessible news delivery. How about that?
Wow.
19 seconds.
And the credit goes to a person called Carrie Nobles. I don't know who that
is. I'll take it.
He'll take it.
It's better that she'd say that about me as opposed to something else.
Well,
right?
You're right. It sounds like things are going really good for you guys. So with that response. All right, Ryan, interesting stuff. There is, I got to tell you, though, the one thing, if you're a reporter, as you are right now, and you're in the middle of all of this, I say this to other people that are, to a professor here locally who's teaching at Utica University, and I say he's a political science professor, and I'm like, isn't this the greatest time to be a student of political science? The most amazing time to be a professor, and isn't this next couple of years going to be the most amazing time to be a reporter in America, I would think.
I hope. It could go the other way, too.
Could go the other way. Could get really ugly. Yeah. We'll see you behind bars.
Listen, I feel like our mission is as important as it's ever been. And, but I think that the other thing I'm very cognizant of is, I think the election results were a wake-up call to all of us. And that, that maybe the message is not necessarily getting through to everyone or message is not the right word, but like not everyone is consuming the same amount of media in the same form or fashion. And a lot of people tuned out what a lot of the mainstream media, quote unquote, is reporting. And so we've got to be a little bit more diligent in understanding that and meeting people where they are and trying to make sure that the most accurate information comes out. My hope, Bill, the thing I'm most worried about in this next phase of the American experiment is that the desire and the need for objective reporting becoming less and less of something that people thirst for, and that people are just going to continue to retreat to their corners and only be told the things that they want to hear, both Republican and Democrat, both right and left. And that's not my expertise. That's not what I do. I want to give it to you straight. I want to make sure you get all the information as accurate and as honestly as possible. And my hope is that that there's still a desire for that Americans want that. So,
I'm with you, Ryan. Thanks so much. We'll do it again next week. Thank you. Okay, we'll be watching. I want to just tell you, I also typed in into this artificial intelligence, the film, our question from a Free Money question.
Yeah.
How quickly would it take? Can you time this? I'm going to hit it. The film, The Music Box, featured this legendary comedy duo. 3, 2, Laurel and Hardy.
4 seconds.
Wow. That's the way to win home Micah's money now.
All right, we'll just do tonight's picks quick, Davey. Who do you got?
Eagles.
All right, so do I.
Both Eagles, and I believe we are out of time.
Oh, Commanders.
You're going with the Commanders.
Yep.
He's changed. Gotta go. Back here tomorrow.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in Central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience, great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
My husband passed away 8.5 years ago. I was left alone in this old home. I got to get this place warmer, and I needed help doing it. I called Standard because I see the commercials. I said, can I get a heat pump? Standard told me I qualified for over $16,000 worth of free upgrades. I felt like I won the lottery. People should call Standard to see if they're able to get some help. If you don't make a call, you're never going to know.
Can you believe Leslie got all of this for free? Give us a call at 315-859-6292.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
A red alert moment. I was shocked. Give Matt a chance. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. That's some senators' reaction to President-elect Trump's plan to nominate now former Florida House Republican Matt Gaetz as Attorney General. He's resigned from Congress effective immediately. The President-elect has long had Gaetz' support
He says Matt's going to end weaponized government, protect our borders, dismantle criminal organizations, and restore America's badly shattered faith and confidence in the Justice Department. The House Ethics Committee was investigating allegations Gaetz was part of a scheme tied to the sex trafficking of a minor, but now that Gaetz has stepped down, that investigation is going to stop. Should also mention that Gaetz has long denied the allegations.
Fox's Mark Merritt at the House Ethics Committee was due to meet tomorrow to vote on whether to release its report on Gaetz. It's not clear now whether that will happen. Republicans, it is now confirmed, will control the White House, Senate, and the House, retaining the majority there.
The trifecta was clinched after that race in Arizona was called for Republican incumbent Juan Ciscomani defeating Democrat challenger Kirsten Engel. It came on the heels of GOP incumbent Ken Calvert defeating Democrat challenger Will Rollins in California's 41st district. The majorities are small in both the House and the Senate, meaning Republicans have little margin for error, and we could see that tested early in some of these cabinet confirmations.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. The Beirut, Lebanon suburbs are hit by Israeli airstrikes for a third straight day, and civilians are warned buildings used by Hezbollah militants are being targeted. New weekly unemployment claims at the lowest level in 6 months, 217,000, the 4-week average at 221,000. Wholesale price inflation comes in at 2.4% annually, going by the Labor Department's monthly producer price index. That's up from 1.9%. Prices up 0.2% from September to October, up from 0.1% the month before. America's listening to Fox News.
Have you ever thought about the causes the brands that you support stand behind? Well, Pure Talk, my cell phone company, supports veterans. They've relieved $10 million in veterans' debt, donated tens of thousands of dollars monthly to prevent veteran suicide, donated $50,000 to My Grow Works, and that helps provide scholarships to veterans after active duty. Dial pound 250, say the keyword SAVE NOW. Do it now, you save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, America's wireless company. Police officer and K-9 handler Jacob Russell Chaffins was fatally shot while attempting to serve warrants for domestic violence offenses. And thanks to friends like you and your generosity, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation gave the Chaffins family the gift of a mortgage-free home. There's so much more to do and to say thank you to our nation's heroes and their families for their immense sacrifices, all for us. Donate $11 a month. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM News Time 9:03. I'm Andrew Derminio. This update brought to you by John's Mobile Home Parts and Accessories in Riscony Falls. For all your mobile home needs, it's worth the trip. Go to johnsmobilehomeparts.com for more information.